very small. I'm gonna... wait. I want to be more huge. Yeah. Hello Nebulites, welcome. Hello Honda, hello Dominator, hello Key, hello Henna, hello Soft Beans, hello Cheeky Mr. Even, hello Honda. Hello Dominator, welcome. How are we doing? Yes, I went to check. There is snow. Not a lot, but I do see some. It's not snow, it's slush currently. I do see some slush outside. So I'm very excited. I really hope that tomorrow when we wake up it's gonna be like full snow, you know? I'm assuming you like snow, yes. I once lived in a place with no snow, only hot girl summers. That's what we call it. But yeah, so now there's actually snow and I'm very excited for it. I really hope this stream looks like Summer Island. It does, which is weird considering how cold it is. But also, tons of snow does also mean that my internet will give up on me, cause you know. So I really hope it holds out, honestly. Hello Sofa, welcome. Hello. I was actually surprised a lot of you voted for Hello Kitty. I didn't know so many of you liked this, honestly. But I guess it's because it's a lot more calming maybe than have a good leg than Monster Hunter, I guess, right? I'm guessing that's the thread here. Okay, hold on, let me just... Oh, okay. Hello, B, welcome. I'm gonna look at the weather, cause on my app it says it's rain. But then it also does look like snow when I go out. Also, it's like 2 degrees. It's like 2 degrees, so that is also a thing. Either way, we get the yapping. That is so true. That is true. When I voted, it was a tie with 8 votes for both who unvoted. When I voted, it was a tie with... Oh, really? Honestly, I was expecting it to lean towards Monster Hunter a lot more. But no, I was actually very surprised. I didn't know that everyone wanted to see me date Cinnamoroll. I mean, I'm not complaining. I want to date Cinnamoroll. But I didn't know that you guys wanted to see me date Cinnamoroll. Okay. You want it to be a tie? If it was going to be a tie, I probably would have done Hello Kitty anyway. Because this is kind of what we started out with. Oh, it's spring already! Huge! I don't really know if the Sakura has started this year. I did hear something about the Sakura forecast being really late. Oh, your birthday's April 1st? It's one day after mine. April 1st seems like a horrible birthday to have. I don't know. No, just me. Like, wouldn't you have to go around every single time trying to prove to people that it's your birthday? You'd be like, it's my birthday! And they'd be like, it's like an April Fool's thing, right? And then you could be like, no, it really is my birthday. Seems like a horrible birthday to have. Get the petals. I got you. I am having fun with Monster Hunter too. Man, I really hope that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and the roofs are just gonna be covered in snow. But also, I'm gonna have to go to school while everything is covered in snow, so I'm not too sure if I'm happy about that. The worst is Feb 20th? Why? What's on February 20th? Sorry, I gotta learn the controls again. It's been a while. E! Oh, 29th. Oh. Nyahoy! Hello, Sleepboy. How are you doing? Okay, first we gotta your EP, understandable. Oh my goodness, I was trying so hard to not fall asleep. Cause it's cold, right? And it's raining and it's snowing. And I was like, oh, I wanna sleep. I wanna sleep. You know, like how when it rains and it's just perfect sleepy weather? That's how it's been for me. Look out your windows. I know, I went to peek a little just now. It seems to be slush, not so much snow. But I'm still excited. I'm still excited. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if I wake up tomorrow and it's all like covered in a blanket of snow? Oh my goodness, that would make my week. That would make my week. As you guys can tell, I'm very excited about snow. It's just this magical thing to me because I grew up in a place with no snow. Like, I had never seen snow. Last year was my very first time seeing snow, and I was like a child. I was like, oh my goodness! There's white things falling from the sky. And everyone else was like, oh man, it's snowing, no. And I was like, yay! Hello, Linda, welcome. Thank you for that drink. Where's my drink? I don't have a lot of drink today, so I really hope it's gonna last me. Because I have like not a lot. But man, I was so excited. I love snow. Any of the snow enjoyers in chat, please tell me yes. I sound like a kid during Christmas. It's actually really late. Last year, the snow was it was February 5th, I think. So when February came and went, I was like, oh no, we're gonna have a year without snow. That sucks. I wanted to see it so bad. And then yesterday, they were like, okay, snow warnings in Tokyo. And I'm like, oh, snow. And this morning, every like 30 minutes, okay, so the rain started at around 3 o'clock, and they were like, as it starts to go into the night, it's going to turn into snow. So I kept checking, I kept like looking outside like every 30 minutes, like, is it snow yet? Like, is it snow yet? I'm like the worst. Like a complete child. It's like, is it time for the snow? And that was basically my entire day. I've never had snow, but I would freak out when I first see it, right? It's just different. It's different. Okay, there is the type of snow that I haven't seen yet, though, and that is, like, overwhelming snow that's piled up to, like... How do I thank you for the resub? Welcome. Okay, you guys know, like, Hokkaido? Hokkaido, yeah, they have, like, really intense snow. I've never witnessed Hokkaido-like snow. You know, like when the snow is piled up like 20 centimeters? I've never seen snow like that, but I hope to one day. Oh my goodness, snow covered your car? What do you do when that happens? Do you just like turn on the engine and then the snow melts? Or you're like, what do you do when snow covers your car? By the way, drive safe. I heard that it's very dangerous to drive in snow. Especially when you don't have snow tires, so please drive safe. Oh, but man, I was so hype. I was so hype. I love snow. I feel like I would definitely feel differently if I lived in a country where snow was just very prevalent. Or like if I lived in Hokkaido, you know, where snow is pretty much the norm and it's more annoying than fun for most people. But in Tokyo, you get it once a year. So it's like a huge event, you know? It snows and it's like this huge thing. I think I'm more excited for snow than the sakura, not gonna lie. I would so much rather see snow. It's just so much fun. I don't know, do you guys who come from snow, like mainly snow countries? Is it just like normal? Does no one ever get excited over snow anymore? But I guess you wouldn't really if it's like a common thing. Like you wouldn't necessarily get excited over summer. What I think is really cool though is that you can really see the changing of the seasons here. Like, after the snow is done, you see the sakura. After the sakura's done, you hear the cicadas, which I would like to murder. And after the sakura's done, you see the red leaves, and it's like, oh, another year has passed. But yeah, I've never really experienced seasons before, so it's wild. It's wild. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Thanks for Pastor Jake. It's wild, but like in a good way. As an excuse to saying that, but okay, but do you prefer a rainy or a snowy day over like a really sunny one? I have friends, cause you know, our class is mostly like foreigners, right? So I have friends from a lot of different countries. And everyone always has like different reactions to the changing of the seasons. Ray's fine. Okay, Ray. It's really interesting because whenever I have friends from like Thailand or like the Philippines, whenever it's snow, everyone is like, ah, snow. And I have a friend in my class from Russia, and on the day that I was wearing 3 layers and a huge jacket, he came in a t-shirt. I was like, my guy. It was so funny. And he was like, what are you doing wearing a jacket? I'm like, my guy, it's 10 degrees. And he's like, yeah, it's only 10 degrees. This is t-shirt weather. Come on. Buckle up. But then when I'm used to like the 40-degree summers, you know, I just see them suffer. So it's even. I just can't imagine living in a place where it's always snow. But I guess other people can't really imagine living in a place where it's always hot. So I guess that's fair. Yeah, Hokkaido's is like 3 meters. Have you ever been to Hokkaido, Hondo? Because I haven't been yet, but I have a friend who lives in Hokkaido. And honestly, I've always wanted to go. It just seems like such a fun place. I've always wanted to go to the Hokkaido Snow Festival. The one where they make like huge ice sculptures out of anime characters. That one is really cool. It covers 10 cm. I was actually really hoping that my school would go remote tomorrow, because normally when it snows, the trains shut down, and so they switch to remote learning. But I don't think they're switching it today, which is unfortunate. I don't know how I'm gonna get to school tomorrow, but I'll try my best, I guess. But yeah, I was really looking forward to having a nice, calming, remote day home where I just look at snow. But no day home for Seion Aera, I guess. But yeah, can you guys imagine like 3 meters of snow? It sounds so cool. Okay. I want to make, on my bucket list, right? I want to make snow angels in like a place. I would like to lie down in the snow like a child and make a snow angel. 1. 2, I want to make like a full-size, life-size snowman. Because here you don't get nearly enough snow to like make a whole snowman. But I would like to make a snowman. That is one of the things I want to do. Man, I just love winter so much. I think in general, I just like the winter seasons a lot more. I think a lot of people do like spring though. I feel like Japan is the most popular, or like most people come in spring. But no, for me it's always been winter. Winter is my guy. Give me the spooky bookcase, yes. I can take you there. Don't you have to take a plane to get to Hokkaido? No, you can take Shinkansen, I've heard. But I heard that the Shinkansen only takes you to, is it Hakodate or Sapporo? But it's like pretty far away from the main city, so it's like not worth it to go by Shinkansen. Everyone's always just told me to take like a plane. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have so much anxiety taking a plane into Hokkaido, because you guys know how I'm already scared of planes, right? Like, I'm scared of planes by default. And Hokkaido is known for being a very, very snowy place. Like, what if on the day that I'm going, the plane gets canceled? Or, you know, like, it's very icy conditions and it's dangerous. Like, I don't know. I'm scared.
「
I'm scared.
「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 「 "
Because a plane cancellation sounds like it'd be so much trouble. I've actually never been in a situation where my plane got canceled and I had to like make alternate arrangements. Like it's just never happened to me, but I can only imagine how much of a pain it will be if it ever did happen. Right? Well, actually, no. I think when I was very, very young, there was one time on the way back from Europe that our plane got canceled because of bad weather conditions. And I was with my mom, and I was really young. I barely remember. But my mom still quotes this incident as like the most difficult travel experience of her life. Like, she still quotes it very, very often. But for me, I just had a fun time. What I remember about the plane getting canceled was that it was canceled. And then they had to put us up at a hotel in the middle of the night. And then put us on another flight the next morning. And then they also lost our luggage. But that's the story. And all I remember was like, oh my goodness, we get to stay one more night in Europe. So cool. And we were like getting driven to the hotel. And meanwhile, my mom... My mom was like so tired. She was like, oh, this is the worst day of my life. And I'm like, oh my goodness, hotel. Did you guys have like very, very positive images of hotels when you were younger? Because I definitely did. I always thought that a hotel was something that rich people stay at. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm staying at a hotel. I'm such a rich girly. And it's like, it's one of those things, you know, like getting on a taxi. It's one of those things that you only get to do every once in a while. So whenever my mom would be like, we're staying at a hotel, or like whenever I got the chance to stay at a hotel for like any trip, I'd be like, oh, what? We're staying at a hotel? Are we rich people? Which is so fun. Man, so many things were so much fun as a child. I mean, I don't think that's true though. I feel like I still get very, very excited whenever I step into a hotel room. It's like, oh, I need to explore. I need to explore every aspect of this place. Oh, Hokkaido's the biggest island in Japan. Is that true? Oh. Really? I always thought that Kyushu was large. Is Hokkaido bigger than Kyushu? Oh, that's wild. I've been to Kyushu, but not Hokkaido. I went to Kyushu in 2019? No, 18. It was like 1 year before the pandemic. Yeah, I went to Oita, Beppu, and Nagasaki. I went to those 3 places. It was a lot of fun. I kind of want to go back there. The other day, my roommate's mom asked me, like, what my top 3 places that I wanted to go in Japan were. And I was like, I want to go to Okinawa. But, like, also, if you go to Okinawa in the summer, the bugs. Okinawa is known... Well, it's not known for. It's not known for, but, I've heard the rumors that the bugs... Because I have a friend staying in Okinawa. The bugs. Huge. And now, see, your girly Seion Aera just doesn't want to deal with that. Kyushu is half of Hokkaido? Really? What? Hokkaido is that huge? Oh, so I'm guessing if you actually want to go, you really have to pinpoint, like, which place you want to go to exactly. Because I think I heard from my roommate that, like... what is it? Like, Sapporo and Hakodate are actually, like, really far from each other. So, like, you can't do both or something. Or maybe it was, like, another place. But it was one of the things that's, like... You know, like, how when you say you're going to the US... And then everything is actually more far apart than you think it is. That was what I was told. I really want to go, though. I don't know where specifically I want to go. I just know that the seafood is really, really good. And the ice festival is really cool. What else? Oh, there's this snack called Shiroi Koibito, and they have like a little factory amusement park thing. And I also want to go to that. Where do people normally go when they go to Hokkaido? I'm assuming like ski activities, right? Because of snow and everything. Ooh, did you guys know that in Hokkaido there is a snow hotel where basically you stay in an igloo and they serve you stuff like ice ramen or... Real thing, by the way, real thing. From Hakodate to Kishiro, it's you take a plane to Tokyo and then, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause I have been told that the easiest way to get to Hokkaido is by plane. But like, I also want to get on the Shinkansen. I just want to get on the Shinkansen for basically any reason. If there's any reason to get on the Shinkansen, I would like to, you know? But also, like, just, I don't know, I just don't want to get on a plane. I don't trust it. I don't trust planes in wintry conditions. I mean, I know it's okay, but like, can you imagine if like your flight there gets cancelled and then you have all your hotels and everything reserved and it's like, what do you even do? I don't know. I just feel like, but I guess trains have the same, right? I guess trains have the same possibility of also being cancelled, right? Like if it's too much snow. I don't know. I don't know which one I trust more. But I'm definitely scared of the planes more. I just like to go on trains. I've never been a train girly ever. Well, not ever, but got an ocean theme key. I still haven't figured out how to do these. We'll figure it out. What was I talking about? Trains. I've never been like a train girly because I take trains. I used to do trains basically every day, and I was like, I mean, it's just a train, you know? Like, what's the big deal? It's just like a normal commuter train. But then when I came to Japan, they have so many different kinds of trains, and they're all so cool. Like, there's the Spacia, there's nothing else is coming to mind. There's the Next, there's the there's a whole bunch of trains basically. There's the romance car. And they all look so cute. I feel like getting on the train is like part of the experience on its own. I think I'm gonna make, oh, is this for you? Would you like a nice little outfit? You get this hat. Enjoy. Okay, man, I still don't have a lot of high-ranking recipes, which is unfortunate. I mean, as long as I can get the characters to date me, I will take it. But man, I'm gonna have to figure out how to go to school tomorrow if the snow really is as bad as it seems. I'm going to go look at it after stream and we'll see how bad the snow is. Cause Tokyo, unlike other places, is very, very ill prepared for snow, right? Because they, you know, it doesn't snow. It snows here like once a year. So like compared to other places, the trains are not as built to combat snow. So when there is snow on the tracks, they basically just stop service. And I can't wait to wake up tomorrow only to find out that my train service has been entirely canceled. And I'm just not gonna be able to go to school. Because honestly, that could happen. That is not out of the realm of possibility. Any ground vehicle is too slow to move. Is that true? I mean, don't they just like attach snow tires? You know, the snow tires with the chains to the cars? But I don't know. I don't know how much people use cars in. Well, no, I'm sure there's cars. I mean, it's not like it's snow the whole year. They still have a summer and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to take a plane all the way there. I guess I just have to combat my fear of planes, right? Hello, Sagi-san, how are you doing? Would you like this beetle? No, but apparently this duck does. You can have all my beetles. I don't know why you would ever want them, but go right ahead, my guy. Ooh, also, listen. I need to let you guys know something, and at the same time, I need to absolve myself of any responsibility, okay? Because I cannot have this affecting my reputation. But my roommate got food poisoning. And this is the part where I absolve myself of any responsibility. We went through every single thing that they ate in the past 24 hours, and we have determined that they did not eat a single piece of food from this house. And I did not cook in the past 2 days, so I'm clear. My conscience, clear. My skin, not clear. Hotel, Trivago. I used to be uneasy stepping onto a plane, but it wasn't so bad when I did. And you can go onto one easily now. I'm envious. I really am. I'm the opposite. I used to be able to get into planes so easily. Like it's just the same as getting onto a bus. Like when I was young, I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't even think. I was more annoyed than anything because the planes that I would have to get on would be like 15 hours. And I'd be like, oh, and I was a child, so like 15 hours is like 30 hours in child time. But then as I started to get older and I started to, I guess, be more aware of mortality, I don't know. But I started to fear planes like a lot more. It's so unfortunate. And now I'm like full on a nervous flyer. I mean I'm not a nervous flyer enough for me to avoid flying altogether. Like I still get on the plane when I have to, but it's a really, really rough few hours. Like very, very rough because I can't sleep on a plane. So I basically am in this constant heightened state. You know, like when you're lining up for a roller coaster, for those of you who are scared of roller coasters, you know, like when you're lining up for a roller coaster and you have this, like, your heart is beating because you're nervous, but then you get on the roller coaster and then once you get off, like, you're completely fine. It's the anticipation, right? The anticipation of you getting on the roller coaster. I have that feeling, but for a whole 7 hours, and it's really, really tiring because I keep anticipating. First, I have to anticipate getting on the plane. Then when I'm actually on the plane, I'm constantly anticipating something to happen. Like, I'm anticipating the next turbulence, or like the next shake, or like the next turn. And then I have to deal with that for 7 hours. It's not fun. I don't know, I've like tried a whole bunch of stuff. Like, people have told me to take medication. I've took medication, it didn't work. They told me to take like sleeping pills. I took sleeping pills, it didn't work. I'll talk about some people have told me to get drunk, but I don't drink, so that will not happen. I mean, I could try, but I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna get nauseous and I'm just gonna puke, and it's gonna be even worse. So yeah, basically I guess the only thing I haven't tried is therapy, but I don't know. Maybe I just need like really, really strong medication, but I feel like even then you have to go to a doctor, right? Like, I'm assuming they don't just give you strong sleeping meds off the counter, even in Japan. Yeah, I'll take the Shinkansen. That's the thing. I kind of don't want to get on a plane unless I really, really have to. Like, if a train is an option, I would much rather do that. But like, it's just that to go home and stuff like that, like I have to take a plane. For situations that I absolutely have to, I'm not scared enough for it to stop me from going home. Like, it's not that bad, but at the same time, it's pretty miserable. The trip itself is pretty miserable. I have an entire playlist. If we have any scared of planes people in chat, you can let me know. But I have an entire playlist of videos. I think it's about like an hour or 2 hours long. Of videos on YouTube debunking like phobia, like flying phobia. And I just like watch those on repeat. One of them is like, I think, a 30-minute video explaining turbulence and stuff like that. And I have to lock in. I basically watch those on repeat the entire time I'm in the plane. Like, if I'm not watching those videos, I can't come down. I don't remember how I developed this fear. I mean, everyone always says it's because I like to watch documentaries. Which I guess is a part of it, right? Hello, Pimhine Artbaku. How are you doing? You're used to flying? I fly 2 times a year for the most part. And that's the thing, it's not only for me. I'm scared for my family as well. Like, whenever my family has to get on a plane, I will track their flight, like, every 5 minutes. And then when the plane, like, you know how sometimes they, like, don't update for a little bit? And then, like, when they don't update the flight for, like 30 minutes, like, I start freaking out. I'm like, why is it not updating? Like, what happened? That kind of thing. It's really bad. How's Sanazuku? How are you doing? But I do get it though. Like a lot of people say the more you're used to it, the less scared you are. It's kind of like an exposure therapy kind of thing. But also, I'm not getting on planes every single day like I am on trains, right? Planes are expensive. Your girlie doesn't have that kind of money. So I'm getting on trains like twice a year, 3 times a year if I'm lucky. Well, no, there's a return trip. So let's say like 4 or 6 times a year. And I just don't think that's enough to build up. And trust me, I've looked it up. I was like looking up to see if I could get therapy for for like flight phobia, but like also, do I really want to pay that kind of money? I don't know, because I mean, what could they really do? I guess really, really strong anxiety medication or really, really strong sleeping medication. But man, the last flight, every single time I think I'm like used to it. Yeah, like every single time I think I've gotten used to it, something will happen, and then I'll be like, oh no. You know? Just sitting in my dad's car waiting for the disposal people to take out the dookies. What does that mean? Do you guys have your own personal dookie collectors? Because that's huge. But yeah, every single time I think I'm getting close to combating my phobia, I will not get on a plane for like 6 months or something, and then I'd be terrified again. Maybe it is an exposure thing. Maybe it is an exposure thing. I don't know. And I mean, I watch a lot of videos on it, and I have a lot of tips, I guess, from various like YouTube plane phobia therapists. And for the most part, I do use all of the techniques, or at least I use them the best I can. And like it helps. I mean, I don't have like full-on panic attacks on planes or anything like that, but it's not great. It's not enjoyable, definitely. Getting on a plane, I know for some people is like one of the most exciting things about the trip, which I get it. But it's not. I'm just too stressed out to be able to like calm down when I'm on a plane. Hello, Haku, good morning. Yeah, I was surprised that Hello Kitty won. I didn't know that you guys were so into this, honestly. But I guess it's because when I have to focus a little bit more in Monster Hunter, and in Hello Kitty I don't, so the yapping can just go and go and go and go. You have your own dookie collectors? How does that work? So you poo in like a plastic bag and then they come get it? I'm very confused. Show the Ville Sully. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming you're talking about a plane crash. You know, okay, you guys know how me and Henne, we have this thing, right? We always like the same shows. That's why I always ask Henne for TV show recommendations, because every single thing that I've liked, she's liked, and every single thing that she's liked, I've liked. Like, we have very, very similar TV preferences. Hello, Henne! I was just talking about how we have, like, very, very similar TV preferences. Like, we all like the same things. But the one thing that she recommended me that I could not watch was Lost. That was, like, the one that I just could not, because it started out with a plane crash, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. And I'm like, alrighty, I'm tapping out. I can't do this. It was so intense. I don't like it. I don't like shows that like start off with plane crashes on like deserted islands. It just makes me feel I don't know. It just like it reawakens something deep within me and I don't like it. Speaking of shows, say I'm on episode 11. I actually can't have this end. I need 5 more seasons. Well, it's been renewed. It's already been renewed. So at least we're getting a second season. We just don't know when it's gonna come out. But yeah, Henne is my sole like TV person. Yeah, it got renewed. It got renewed for a second season already. So we won't be left hanging for too long. I mean, they didn't mention if they started filming already, but by the way, we're talking about the show High Potential. I recently started watching this like very silly detective show called High Potential. Very good. If you guys like very, very silly whodunit mystery shows, recommendation. The characters are like a breath of fresh air, right? Because see, I actually do really like murder mysteries and whodunit shows, but I feel like a lot of those that they tend to have a darker tone, or they tend to like play it straight, like very serious. And that's not really what I want. It's adapted from a French, so yeah, it is. Have not seen the French one, but apparently a lot of people are good fans of it too. It's too serious, yeah. Like, I remember one of my friends tried to recommend me Sherlock, like BBC's Sherlock, and I was like tapped out, like, cause they will make the funniest observations, but like it doesn't have a comedic tone to it. So like I can't tell if they're joking or like am I supposed to take this seriously kind of thing. But like in High Potential, they throw some wacky theories at you, but because it's partially comedy, you can kind of like have fun with it, like be like, yeah, like I'm sure that's what happened kind of thing. But for Sherlock, it was so awkward. There was this one episode where they went into this entire spiel about this murder, and they were like being so serious about it. But then the conclusions they were drawing was like, what? Like, how did you get that? And then the conclusion was that like a boomerang killed the guy, and I'm like, okay, I see where we're going with this. I see where we're going with this. It was so weird. So yeah, I did not finish BBC Sherlock. I don't know, I feel like some of these... I don't like it when the cop or detective shows are too intense. Like, I need some fun out of this. Like, I need some fun, and I need some like, character moments. Like, I can't have it be only about the mystery. I need the characters to form, like, a Brooklyn Nine-Nine style friendships, you know? Like, I need it to be a little bit more character-driven, I think. The Rookie? I have not seen that. And no, I have not seen Knives Out. Sounds like I'm gonna have to add that to my list. Oh, also, Henna, if you want to see a funny... I know I recommended this to you already, but if you want to see, like, a funny, haha, nonsensical show that is just... It's just fun. You don't have to think. There's no thinking involved. It's just a fun show. Do Ghosts. They recently just got their 4th season, and I'm trying to catch up with it. It has the stupidest content, but like in a good way. In like the Seion Aera stream way. Like there is not a single thing for you to take seriously, but it's a good meme. I've never not had fun with an episode in that one. Severance? I don't know that one. Wait, what is Severance? I did catch up with Abbott Elementary though. The new season, also very good. It's not done yet, so I'm kind of like halfway through it. Can't wait to finish that one up though. Abbott Elementary was so good. I need more mystery shows to come up that are more funny, haha. Cause, okay, see, the thing about mystery shows, I feel, is that it often banks on, especially when they have a main character that is, that they try and sell as being like a super genius and really smart. The thing about it is that the person writing the character also has to be really smart, right? If not, they can't make the character convincing. And I think that most people are not that smart. Right? So, I mean, with a few exceptions, of course. But most people are not that smart to write a smart character like that, right? Like, we can't all be Sherlock Holmes writers. But so that's kind of the problem. Like, when people try to write a very smart character in a very serious show to be taken seriously, it's like, well, I can't take this seriously because what the heck is this conclusion? But if they give it a comedic tone, I feel like you are more likely to forgive some of the like weird conclusions because it's comedy and it's already funny. So like you know that you don't have to take it all that seriously. But if you're giving me like a real mystery in a very serious show, like of course I'm gonna like theory craft. and try to figure it out. And then when the conclusion is like not satisfying, it's just like, oh. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Hello, Toby. Welcome. Only Murders in the Building. I watched that one. I don't know. Okay. I really liked season 1. But then season 2 started and I'm like, oh, no, not really. Not really. It just kind of fell off for me after that. I think what it was is that I really liked the two male leads. But there was just something about Selena Gomez's character. Like I don't know, there was just too much melodrama regarding her character. Right? Did anyone else see it? Hello, Reddish Bear, welcome! How are you doing? Writing the smartest character sometimes means making everyone else kind of stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it though, but only in a comedic context. Only in a comedic context. The only cop shows that I can enjoy, I feel, have to be partially comedy. Because if not, they just seem like they're trying too hard to make characters seem smart. And it kind of ruins it for me. I just finished recording a single march song. Huge! I have done day 1 and no other days. Well, no, I mean, I wasn't planning to do all the days regardless. But because my schedule for March is a little bit rough, but I kind of want to do tomorrow's. I might do tomorrow's, or I might upload today's one tomorrow. Because honestly, for this year, a lot of the prompts, like, I didn't really understand. Like, I don't understand what snake-themed music is, and I don't really know retro songs either. So some of the prompts were really difficult. So I figured I just do the ones that I could manage. My favorite thing about is writing antagonists, it seems to know everything but behind closed doors. You're like, can't believe they bought that. I got so lucky we got this far. You've described Plankton from SpongeBob. But yeah, I might have to skip our merch some days, cause yeah, that's a lot of recording and mixing to do in like a day. I still try my best though. I wanted to do some today. My hay fever is still bothering me. Like, my throat hurts so bad. And it's not bad enough that I don't want to record, but like sometimes it really just hurt you. But yeah, I didn't understand what a retro song is, and I don't think I'm gonna understand what I think there is one on it that was like snake inspired. Like, what is a snake inspired song? Do you just go like, you know, like, I don't like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Wait, Hannah told me something about Severance. Oh, it's a mystery psychological series. Let me put it on my list. I don't know. I've kind of been into... I go through different phases in my life. Sometimes I have a phase where I really want to watch something serious and emotional and deep. And then other times I just want to go, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. That hay fever went extinct. Not in Japan. It didn't. Not in Japan. Severance mentioned, is it that good? Because honestly, when I was looking for things to watch, it was really high on like the popularity charts. It shouldn't be gory or anything though, right? Because I know Henna is like really bad with gore. Oh, but she watched Lost, so I don't know. It's too serious, but just give it give it a shot. It's gripping. Season 2 is showing right now as well, and people are going crazy about episode 7. We're still at episode 5. Maybe I will give it a shot. Really? You're okay with gore? Didn't we talk when I first introduced you to ghosts? Weren't you like, are there actual ghosts in it or something? Like, you were like, I don't want to watch horror. Well, no, I guess that was horror, I guess. They're just super bad gore, just blood. Okay. Oh, B is the one that's not good with gore. Ah. Got it. Sorry for the mix-up. But I know that when I was introducing ghosts to Henna, she was like, ghosts? Are there actual ghosts in it? And I'm like, yeah, technically, but they're some fun dudes, trust me. Those of the retro feels like stay with me. Oh, I have sang that one time. Henna's a Lost enjoyer? She is. Hello, Risha, welcome. She tried to recommend me Lost, and then I watched the first episode, and it started with a plane crash, and I was like, okay, tapping out. Like, I'm just not. I can't. I think for me, it's really, really specific what I can handle and what I can't. Like for anime, I'm okay with most gore, but for things with like actual actors in them, I get really, I cringe a lot when they show like real life wounds. And those scenes are the ones that I can't handle. And I felt like Lost was kind of going that direction. Like for example, like a scene where someone has a really bad cut and then they show the scene of them like sewing up the wound. Or like, you know Hunger Games? Hunger Games was too gory for me. Did you play Diabolic Livers? I played a few chapters because my favorite Seiyu was in it, but I couldn't get into it and then I stopped. I didn't like the character that he played, so I didn't. But like something like the game, The Walking Dead, you know the game, the one with Clementine? That one like I'm okay because it's like animated gore or something, you know like they tend to like they do cut off a few limbs in that, and like I may like skip past it, but it's not like a huge thing. But for like things with real life actors, like I can't do those scenes. Like scenes of like people actually like getting injured and they actually like show the injury, like I can't. Squid Game was okay though. I was okay with the Squid Game. But I think it's because a lot of the Squid Game gore was also kind of comical, you know, like the starting scene where they like shoot everyone down and everyone's like, oh, you know, like it's mostly comical. It's not like serious wounds. So I was pretty okay with that one. Hello, Did Destroyer, welcome. Hello, Spy, welcome. Oh yeah, the Walking Dead scene when Clementine's swinging up her arm. That one I had to skip. There's also another scene in one of the sequels where someone gets infected and they have to like cut off the leg or something. That one I was just like, eh. But it's not bad enough that I can't watch. But if it's like real life people, then I can't do it. How is you? I'm good. Listen, there's snow. That means that tomorrow we could get a blanket of snow. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. If the snow changes to rain in the middle of the night, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I really hope it doesn't though. I really hope it snows all night and tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be white. Ah, so excited. Can't wait to get myself disappointed when it doesn't happen. Maybe I'll leave the house like after stream or something just to enjoy what snow there is just in case it disappears before tomorrow. But I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited for snow. Hello, Cyclops. Welcome. Final Destination. I have a very funny story about Final Destination. Are we ready for this? Okay, so one time when I was like 7, I went over to my aunt's house because my mom had something on and she couldn't pick me up. And they were like, let's put on a movie. And my uncle was like, oh, let's see what we got. Okay, I have, we only have like adult stuff though, like Final Destination. And I was like, oh, Final Destination. Yeah, let's watch that. My aunt is like, no, you can't watch it. That's a horror show. And me trying to act like I'm a huge grown-up, I was like, no, I can do it. I can do horror. We can watch horror. Never having seen a horror show in my life because I'm 7 years old. And I was like, I can do horror. Let's do it. And my uncle and auntie with absolutely no parental instincts, because they didn't have a child at that time. They're like, she says it's fine. Let's just show her Final Destination, I guess. And they showed me Final Destination as a 7-year-old child. And I could not sleep. And my mom was so mad. My mom was like, because my mom is the older sister of my aunt. So my aunt is younger. They have like a 10-year age difference. So she's like the little sister. She's like, how could you show this to a 7-year-old child? And she's like, but she said she was fine with horror. And she's like, you can't believe the words of a child. Like, what's wrong with you? It was so funny. Asha, welcome. Have you started playing? Oh my goodness, how has your Hello Kitty experience? Oh, you can't stay for long. Okay, don't let me yap your ear off then. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Sploot, welcome. How are you doing? But yeah, I get excited with cold temperatures too, because I used to live in places that, like, yeah, it was like 35 Celsius every single day, so that was very unfortunate. But my mom was so, she was so, so mad. And, fun fact. So there's a continuation to this story. So because I understood the name of the horror show that I was so scared of as being Final Destination, but throughout the times in my life, I kind of mixed up the names, and I thought that the horror show I had watched was Final Fantasy. And there was one point where my uncle, the same uncle by the way, gave me a PSP, and he was like, I loaded some games into it. I put in like I don't know what it was. Like I put in Final Fantasy or something. It might not have been a PSP. It was like a device, and he was like, I put Final Fantasy into it. You can play Final Fantasy. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play Final Fantasy, no. And for the longest time, I thought it was the same thing. Like, I thought Final Destination was Final Fantasy. Like, I thought Final Fantasy was like the horror game version of the movie. And then I found out that it wasn't, like, way too late. Way too late. You haven't played, but you have the game? Yeah, let me know. Let me know when you start. Let me know how you like it. Monster Hunter. Wait, have you done a Monster Hunter? I did, and I'm having a really good time. Okay, Judo, thanks for stopping by. How did your aunt know? So no, they've already seen it, cause back then there's no such thing as streaming services, right? So they basically owned the DVD. Like, they had all the DVDs for Final Destination, and they didn't have children, so they didn't necessarily have any kids movies in the house. It's just that I had no one to pick me up that day, and my mom was like, can you take her? And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll take this child. We'll take this 7-year-old child that we don't know what to do with. And they had Final Destination. So I was like, okay, yay, movies. That was not the same attitude I came out of the house with that day. I don't even remember much. Now as an adult, I feel like I don't remember much of it anymore. But there are a few scenes that I distinctly remember to this day. And the scene was of the guy getting onto the plane, trying to open his tray table, and then the tray table knob falls out, and then he wakes up, and then it's a dream, and then he tries it again, and then it falls out, and he's like, oh no, the plane is gonna explode, and then they try to get off the plane. Like, that is like the one thing I remember really clearly. But I think my child self might have removed the memory of all of the deaths because it was too traumatic or something, because I barely remember the way in which, like, everyone dies. I just know that someone dies in a bathtub or something. Like, she gets strangled by, like, a cord around her neck in the bathtub. That one I remember. But that's, like, the other one. I think there's another one in an elevator or something like that. Did you ever go back to watching the other installments? No! No, I did not. That's kind of the thing. I feel like I'm not bad with horror movies. Like, I can watch horror movies no problem. It's only when the horror movies involve gore, which they mostly do, that I get not okay with. I walked in my parents watching Saw, and since then Jigsaw always creeps me out now less so. That one I haven't seen. Yeah, that one I haven't seen. I feel like I'm mostly okay with horror movies, but they have to not have gore in them, which is rare. I feel like horror movies and gore pretty much go hand in hand at this point. Same with games, I guess. But I'm a little bit more tolerable with the gore in games. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the gore in games has a lot more of a silly vibe than a scary vibe. Like, you know how when we played shoot, what was the name? What was the name of the one where they went to the camp and I was like actively trying to kill people? What was it? Shoot, do you guys remember what it was called? One gets hung in the bathtub, one loses the head. Yeah, that one was in the lift, right? That one was in the elevator. I remember those two. I think we stopped halfway through. Quarry! Thank you, Risho. Yes, the Quarry. Like, that was really, really gory, and I was okay with it, because it's a game. It wasn't, and I mean, it was mostly comical, rather than, oh no! It was like more of a comical vibe. But if that had been like real people doing it, I don't think I could play it. Chucky, there does seem to be a lot of like what's it called? Dolls, a lot of doll-led media. I don't know, I've never really been scared of dolls. We didn't specifically watch any horror show. There was one time where we did a horror movie night with chat, but we did It, which is about a clown. More so than I am is about like another clown. So that was okay. I wasn't too scared of it. It was just a good fun show, I guess. Yeah, but I don't think we watch any of the other ones like Annabelle or anything. I don't think I've watched a lot of horror movies in my life, but that's just because I'm just not. A horror movie isn't really something that I will pay to go and see. Like if a whole bunch of friends want to go and everyone else wants to watch it, I can be like, okay, I'll go, but it's not something I'll go watch on my own. Yeah, it wasn't really. I mean, there were gross scenes. There were gross scenes. You know, like there's this final scene at the end where like there's this. I don't remember what it was. No, I don't think it's the part with the bullet. The clown like reaches into someone's mouth or something, and I was like, oh! But you know, it wasn't scary. It was more like, oh! It's like the reactions most people have when I tell them about my housing, my cleaning situation. There were scenes that were messed up though, but I don't know. It wasn't enough to like turn me off from watching it entirely. It was still interesting. It was still interesting. Wait, does this mean that Daniel has finally moved in? He better, because I spent so long preparing that house for him. Wait, let's go see. Maybe we should do like another one. Maybe we should do another Nebulite movie horror night. What is like a good one? What is like a famous horror movie? Like what is like a famous horror movie? Annabelle, I guess? Annabelle is pretty famous. What else? I literally can't think of anything else. Wait, The Exorcist? No, that's not it. That's not it. There's The Shining, was that it? Conjuring! That's the one. That's the one. Friday the 13th. Do you guys watch horror movies often? Are you guys horror movie enjoyers? Speaking of which, Wicked comes out this weekend for me, finally. I'm very excited, but also I'm going away this weekend, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch it straight away, but I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited for it. I can't wait to see Wicked though. Has anyone else already seen it? I feel like I'm very behind on everyone else. I want to see Grahatia. Oh, you're a horror buff? Okay. Scariest movies you've ever seen, top 3. I don't like horror. People keep making me watch them because I get scared easily. That is the fate. That is the fate of people scared of horror. That is also the fate of streamers who are afraid of horror games. No, cause that's the thing. I don't get. You guys have seen me play horror games for the most part, with the exception of Mortuary Assistant. Like, I'm not a screamy type. Like, I play it for laughs a lot of the time, right? And I feel like that's not interesting to watch unless someone who is also playing with me is the screamy type. I feel like horror collabs work the best when there is one logical person, one terrified person, and one person who's just there to have fun. Like, I feel like that is the most optimal combination when we have horror collabs. Because if everyone is scared and everyone is screaming, it gets overwhelming, right? So there needs to be one scared person, one person who tries actively to sabotage everyone else, and one person who's actually logical enough to get through the game. Ringu! Oh, like The Ring? The Ring? Grudge and The Nun. I have heard good things about The Nun. Are there horror games on like on streaming services, we could watch The Nun. We can do a community night, but instead of Singles Inferno, it's The Nun. But except that we don't tell anyone that we've changed it. So when they pop in expecting Singles Inferno, they see The Nun. They'd be like, "Oh, what is this now?" I have heard from one of my Thai friends that like Thai horror movies are on like a completely different level. He always told me like if you're not scared of like Western horror, you need to watch like one Thai horror movie and see how you feel about it. And I was like, huh. Man, do you guys see them in theaters? Like, do you specifically go to watch them in theaters, or do you just kind of like find a horror movie on streaming services and you're like, oh, let's watch this one? Hello, ya boy, welcome. It was during the Mortar Resistance streams. You have seen me at my worst. You've seen me at my absolute worst. If you want real horror, go to the East. I think I like it more because, like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of, like, the exorcisms, the dolls, the clowns, it gets old. It gets old really quick for me. But I feel like whenever you go to, like, Eastern movies, they tend to incorporate, like, very, very good lore. Like, for example, Japanese horror movies about this one ancient legend. Like, they tend to go really, really hard with the concepts. And I don't know, I think that's one of the things that I like most about it. You watch some in the cinema, others on the PC. I'm assuming you were forced into all of those situations? Oh, you've only seen 3. Okay. Ooh, you saw Five Nights at Freddy's? I heard really, really conflicting, like, reviews on that game. I basically heard that if you're a fan of the series, there's a lot of nods and, like, shout-outs to people in that community, so it could be enjoyable. But, like, if you know nothing and you're not interested, or, like, you watch it as a movie, then it's not good? That is mostly what I heard. Like, it's a movie made for the fans, but if you're not really into that, then you wouldn't really enjoy it all that much. Was that about right? Cause I heard that they had a lot of YouTubers in it and stuff. Oh, which is not bad. It's just that it's obviously a nod to the fans kind of thing. It's definitely more to the fans. I think the concept. I actually really, really like the concept of final. The Final Nights at Freddy's. I actually really like the concept of Five Nights at Freddy's. When the first game came out, I was terrified. But I guess it got popular for a reason. The only reason I started getting Final Night at Freddy's. The sole reason I started getting disillusioned with Five Nights at Freddy's the more the series continued was and I mentioned this a lot, but I really like games that give me a direct story. I don't like theory crafting, or I don't like them giving you 50% of the story and asking you to figure out, like, the other 50%, you know? Because then I feel like you're not really doing the work in crafting your story, you're just kind of making your audience do it. Like, I like it more when you tell a whole coherent story. And that's kind of why I started to, like, fall off of Five Nights at... Did I say it right that time? Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I don't like Poppy Playtime. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of mascot horror in general. Like, I don't really like the genre that, that Five Nights at Freddy's spawned. Even though I do really, really like the original. Like, the original concept was terrifying to me. Like, people get trapped inside these machines. Like, that's horrifying. But it was so... But I just wish they had told the story better. Like, you get what I mean, right? Like, I don't want to watch 50 hours of people theory crafting on top of me playing the game. Like, I just want to know... I just want you to tell me the whole story using your game. Like, I don't want to have to watch other people's video. That's not only for mascot horror, though. That's for pretty much anything. That's for pretty much every single... Oh, I can grow coral here? Huge. That's pretty much for every single game that I play. I want the story told to me. I don't want to have to guess and like watch other people's videos. That's honestly one of the reasons why I actually stopped playing Love and Deep Space for a little bit. Because I really liked Love and Deep Space. I know everyone in chat is gonna be like, oh, you're playing for the story? Yeah, sure, Aera. But I did. The story for Love and Deep Space was so good. But then they started going to theory crafting category where they would give you 50% of the story. And like, okay, now you can figure out the rest on your own. I'm like, oh. No, I'm paying money for the card so that you can tell me the story. I don't want like people to... And then it becomes this thing where people will be like, oh, you don't know this piece of lore? And I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, well, did you not watch YouTuber A's video on it? And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch YouTuber's A video on it. I want to play the game and have the story told to me. And then people be like, but no, you can't get the whole story from just playing the game. You also gotta read the comics and watch the theory crafting and then watch the prologue and then watch the event story from this event. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know. I think it's becoming more and more common for stories to be shown, I guess, that way. But it's not for me. It's not for me. I do see the draw of it though, the fact that you can... I know that some people really enjoy it because it's like solving a mystery, like putting all the little pieces together until you see the whole picture. I see the draw of it, but it's just not for me. I just want the whole story told to me in the way the writers intended it. I don't want a theory craft and then have it be wrong 3 months later and then everyone forms another theory and then they drop new information 3 months later and then everyone forms another theory. I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of why, I don't know. I guess I have seen people play Poppy... Is that what it's called? Sorry. Poppy Playtime. That's like a horror game, right? It's the one with the... Oh lord, it's the one with like the blue dude. It's the one with the blue dude on it. Yeah, that I probably will. I did kind of thought the first chapter was interesting, but then the story started getting a little weird. Basically, has Game Theory done a lore decoded video on it? Yes, I guess it depends, because some games you don't specifically focus on the lore. Some games, the lore doesn't carry the game carries the game. Like for example, Hollow Knight. To this day, I still have no idea what the heck the story is specifically. I only know like bits and pieces of what the whole picture is, but I didn't really care because the game itself was really good. But at the same time, if the game is going to be entirely lore focused, I do need them to give me a little bit more. I need them to give me a little bit more than just tidbits of information sprinkled like sand over my clams, you know? It should be a little bit more than that. Portal? I feel like I have heard Portal being brought up multiple times. I also want to do Ultra Wilds. One of these days we will do Ultra Wilds. Hopefully it's not too long. Portal mentioned. Welcome back, Sleep Boy. It made you wake up. Outer Wilds mentioned. I need to see the huge rain. Wait, isn't Portal a co-op game? Is Portal not co-op? Ultra Wilds, everything to get back into that. Everyone has told me to not do anything about it, to not look up anything. So I have not looked up anything. So don't tell me anything about it. Oh, it's only Portal 2. Oh, Portal 1 is solo. Ah. I actually didn't know that Portal had a story. Huh, interesting. I just kind of thought it was a game where like 2 people hang out. The co-op is optional, the main story solo. Okay. What are some games you guys have played that you feel like has the best story? Let's not count visual novels and otome games for this one question. I don't know, the Freebird game series still has a special place in my heart. Ooh, Oxenfree! Oxenfree. I mean, I go, no, because it's not fair. It's not fair to include visual novels in it. God, Oxenfree was so good. It's still one of my favorite horror games. Whenever I see VTubers tweet about, does anyone have any good horror game recommendations? 100% I pitch Oxenfree. Oh yeah, FGO is a game. I guess it's true. Oh, Assassin's Creed? No, I haven't played Assassin's Creed. What else? Because Freebird games had really good... Catch. Okay. Freebird games had some really good games. That is the line, that is the To The Moon game line, by the way. Welcome back, Ray. I see the FGO has summoned you. Oxenfree is really, really good. What else? Let me think about what I played on stream. But then again, I didn't play a lot of games like that on stream. Oh, Detroit, yeah. Yeah, Detroit. I wasn't a streamer when that came out, but that one I also really did enjoy. Are they just not making another game? I feel like that came out so long ago, but I don't know what the studio. I didn't know what the studio is. Quantic Dream, right? That came out so long ago. Are they just not making a new one? Considering how popular Detroit was, I kind of thought they would. But I guess not. FGO? Isn't FGO something that... Wait. Fate... Isn't that shouldn't I just watch the anime for it, though? Or is the game kind of different? I always thought that was kind of like an anime experience. Thank you for that, Hydrate. No? Man, my throat. No, Life is Strange is a different studio. Life is Strange is Don't Nod. Right? Life is Strange is Don't Nod Games. Detroit is Quantic Dream. Right? They're not the same studio. Are they? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, yeah, they made Heavy Rain. Quantic Dream made Heavy Rain and, oh, the one with Aiden. What was it called? The one with Jodie and Aiden. Beyond Two Souls. Thank you. That's the one. The anime is based on the game and not the whole story is told. Oh, wait. So are you guys talking about the gacha game or the visual novel? Beyond Two Souls. Yeah. I did hear that Don't Nod, which is the Life is Strange one, came out with a new game. But I don't know, their stuff has kind of been like misses ever since Life is Strange came out. Like I feel like Life is Strange was a lightning in a bottle, and then the moment they were done, I was like, and then every subsequent game was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that this is what we were doing, but alrighty. It was so sad. Like recently, they even they had a sequel, right, for Sam's what's her name? Sam? Max. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Max. Her name was Max. Max's story, and I have heard 0 people talking about it. So much so that I looked up like Let's Plays on YouTube, and there was barely any Let's Plays. I'm like, oh, so like, was it just not good, or like? Like, when Life is Strange came out, like, everyone was talking about it. And this is the continuation to the story, and it barely... No one... I didn't even see anyone stream it. I was like, oh. Alrighty, I guess that's what we're doing. It's kind of sad, because I really did love their story so much. I mean, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Of course, the writing even from the original one had some issues, but it was still a fun time. Do we count Oh, someone has told me to play that. That was one of the options in the subathon thing that ended up not winning, I think. There was like 5 sequels. It wasn't exactly sequels. There's actually only one direct sequel. There's one prequel and one direct sequel. And then every other story follows like different characters. You counted as a VN? Oh no, I think that was it. It did win. It did win, but I looked it up and because of the topics, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I think that was it. That was it. Oh, Sakurin, welcome. How are you doing? You ready for some Hello Kitty and yapping? Good, because this is what you're gonna get. Yeah. All I know is love is, oh my goodness, I'm gonna scream. Sorry, I just... Like a big stuff is Love is Blind. Life is strange, I'm sorry. Because Love is Blind is L-I-B, so in my head I was like... Life is Strange too. Has a demo that's like a small sort of... It was bitch. Hello Kyoshi, welcome. What are you doing? It was weird. You know what I think it is? I think I really liked Life is Strange 1 because it's a murder mystery. Like it's a mystery to be solved and you're solving a mystery. Like that's the fun part, that you're doing a mystery. But then every subsequent game just completely took out the mystery portion. I'm like, "Oh. This is not what I'm here for. I came here to solve mysteries. I came here to solve mysteries of like teachers murdering people." But then they're like, "Oh, what if we just give you teen drama instead?" I'm like, this is not, I did not come here for this. So yeah, that was a weird choice. It kind of felt like they didn't really understand what we enjoyed about, Life is Strange 1. And they just doubled down on the drama for the following ones, but there was no mystery, so it's like, okay, and we're doing this, why? Bye for liking, welcome back. A body has been found. Have you guys checked out the new series from the Danganronpa creators? It's called 100 Line Academy. Has anyone seen anything about it? Because I considered buying it, but then I spent my entire allowance on, I spent my entire paycheck on Monster Hunter, so here we are. What's the name of the... It's Cinnamorel! How about I Gaming? Welcome! Your girlie spent her entire paycheck on Monster Hunter Wilds. That's a joke, by the way. It's not... I don't mean it literally, but, that is basically what happened, yeah. Yes, it's called 100 Line Academy. Look it up. Hannah, why is your name Blue? This feels weird. I don't like this. I'm kidding. The soccer... Oh no, I'm so jealous. I'm gonna look outside the window after stream, and then hopefully everything will be white, and I'll be the happiest girly ever. I only saw the trailer. I also only saw the trailer. I think it recently came out, but I am not sure. I haven't seen reviews, and I don't know if anyone streamed it or not. So I'm still kind of on the fence about if I want to get it. It'll probably have to be next month though, because your girlie has no money. Everything's giving so cute. I know. I put on this outfit because look. If I jump into the water, I get a mermaid tail. So that is huge. That is huge. Cause I really liked the whole Danganronpa series. I know a lot of people were not a fan of how V3 took the ending, but I was okay with it. I don't know. I thought it was a very good ending of the series, but I know it was a very controversial ending. No spoilers. Yeah, I love the ending part. Yeah, I thought it was super good, but a lot of people really hated it. And from the long hours of game breakdown videos that I've watched, I think some of them did make some pretty good points, I guess, on just the series as a whole. But I don't know. I really liked it. But then everything after that. You played everything but Ultra Despair Girls. I played Ultra Despair Girls too for only one reason, is that Komaida was in it. I'm a very simple girly. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? I didn't expect how Vitri and yeah, that was I know that without any spoilers. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say anything because Dominator hasn't finished it. I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind. Go play it. Go play it. Yeah, because I know a lot of people who I feel like you either really, really liked it or really, really hated it. And there was a group of people who really, really hated it. Ultra Despair, yeah, I just really, really like Komaeda. I don't know. He was very cute in that one. I was happy to see you again! We saw each other yesterday, but thank you! Happy to see you again too! I'm like a dog. I might not see you for 30 minutes and then I come back and I'm like, oh, you're back! I haven't seen you in so long! I'm like a dog, actually. I get why everyone says I have dog girl vibe. Nagito? Yes, I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of Komaeda. I know how the first one ends, the rest didn't bother. Sorry, I know how the first one ends, the rest didn't even bother. Danganronpa 2 has one of the best mysteries. I feel like they peaked. I feel like they peaked with one of the deaths and one of the things in Danganronpa 2. I won't say which one. I won't say which one. Oh, did I miss one? I won't say which one, but there is a good one. There's a good one in that. Hello, Amaranth, welcome. I'm not too sure what that means. I actually didn't really watch the anime because I heard that some things got retconned and I wasn't too much of a fan of the retconning. But I really do like how they released like one episode of each show so that we could see it happen in real time. And then the watch order was that you had to watch it like alternately. I thought that was so big brain. That is like some Haruhi Suzumiya stuff, okay? That was so big brain. But yeah, they retconned it, and I don't like retconning in any series. Like for me, retconning is like the one writing thing that I can't forgive. Cause to me, it shows a lack of respect for the original story. Like it feels like they are prioritizing sequels over the original story. Cause you wouldn't have to retcon it if you didn't force yourself to make a sequel, now would you? And it also like shows a lack of willingness to work with the story that you had committed to. So I unfortunately cannot support, especially with how much they retcon. They retcon so much. So I wasn't too big a fan of the animes, but the game's chef's kiss. Oh, he had a good English dub. I actually didn't see the English dub, but I heard that Komaeda's voice actor did a really good job. Tribe 9... Yes, Tribe 9 is the baseball one, right? There's one more, Rain Code. Okay, so they've released 3 games since. The first one is Rain Code, which I heard nothing about, but apparently it's actually really popular in Japan. Like, they have a lot of merch of them, which I wasn't expecting. Rain Code, and then Tribe 9 came out, which is a gacha baseball game that I don't know what's happening there. And then the 100 Line Academy is the one that just came out. Rain Code is pretty good. Would you recommend it to me? If you were to compare it to Danganronpa, like what percentage, like how much of a similar experience should I be expecting? Oh, this was a time limit. Okay, that's fine then, I guess. What was I about to do? Quests. Where's my bag? How do I? Oh, it's I. Sorry. We got it. Okay. It's a bit of a bar to put it up against. I mean, it's the same people, right? I don't know. It's 40%? Like not okay. But did you have fun though? I will say I do also tend to focus a little bit more on the characters, especially when I'm trying to get into the game. So I do think that unfortunately I wasn't all that into the characters in Tribe 9. Like when I looked them up, there wasn't one that I could strongly be like, ah, that's my Oshi, yes. Whereas with Danganronpa 2, Komaeda was very clearly my Oshi, and then for Danganronpa 3 it was Rantaro. We won't talk about what happens to him, but like We'll talk about what happens to him. But he was voiced by my favorite voice actor. I could not buy the game. Ryusha, do you mean like like boring, sleepy, boring, or do you mean like Zenless Zone Zero? The art style is Danganronpa by 3D. Danganronpa has kind of always been 3D because ever since they came out with Despair Girls, they have done 3D. It's not bad though. I don't have any issues with their 3D stuff. I just don't think I would like it if the whole thing was 3D. Zenless Zone Zero. Okay. So that's what you meant. Hello, Key, welcome. Came back from dishes. How was it? How many dishes did you wash? And more importantly, when are you coming over to wash my dishes? Because yesterday I made something with garlic in it and there is a smell. For Franka, the whole thing is 3D. Because honestly, their 3D cutscenes are not bad. Because I do think that they incorporated the art style into the 3D models really well. Which is more than I can say for some other things like Pokemon, right? Like the style just doesn't work in 3D. But I still want the 2D sprite visual novel style of storytelling. If that's not there, I don't know if I can get on board with it. I'm gonna book my flight, BRB. It's snowing! It's snowing currently. Welcome back, Bella! We were just talking about Danganronpa because I was asking chat what their game was like what game had the best story? It seems like everyone was for Danganronpa. No, not everyone, but Danganronpa was brought up in the process. Beautiful Fantasy, welcome to Navy Nation. How are you doing? Welcome. Yes, I love spending time with Cinema Roll. Let's go. Did you enjoy Danganronpa 2 aside from Kamaida in there? Yeah. If I had to talk about my favorite Danganronpa game, I think 2 is my favorite. 3 is my second, and then 1 is like my last. I don't know, but I'm going solely off the emotion that I felt when playing it. So far, 2 is the only one that I have replayed. 2 is the only Danganronpa game that I've played more than once. What did you want? Oh, you want glowberries. Okay, I got you. I don't know. I think it was just something about the setting and... I think in general, Danganronpa 2 had a really high wall to go up against because Danganronpa 1 was always so revered, I guess. And the fact that it managed to be even more interesting, I thought was really cool. Because once you get through the huge twist at the end of Danganronpa 1, you kind of start to feel like you already know everything, right? But then they circumvent your expectations again by doing the blah blah. And it's like, oh, wow, I was not expecting to be shocked again, but here I am shocked again. Like, I don't know how they can constantly pull off plot twists that make sense and shock you at the same time. Like, that's, to me, that is like the draw of Danganronpa. Like, I will always try to guess where it's leading up to, and I will always try to guess what the plot twist is gonna be, and I will always get it wrong. Like, I always be like, oh, this is what they're doing, huh? So they're going with this type of story this time. Well, I guess that's kind of okay. And then I'll get to the ending and it's completely different. And I'll be like, wow, I literally did not see this coming. But now that you mention it. You made a funny nickname for Cinema Roll because it sounds too long to pronounce. So we shortened to Simol. That is Chimol. Oh, it's so cute. I would just call him Cinnamon. But then people who don't know Sanrio have no idea what I'm talking about. I love VNs. Yeah! That's why I said no. That's why I said besides VNs. Because I feel like VNs... Because VNs, the entire selling point of the story... Sorry. The entire selling point of the game is the story. The entire basis of the game is based on a story. And I think that's kind of different from games that have their own selling points but also come with a great story. Like, it's a little bit different. Like games, like for example, games that... Oh, like for example, games that come with a game, but then also have a really good supplementary story. Subnautica. Surprisingly so. Like it's just a normal game, and then suddenly they threw the story in there, and you're like, oh. Oh. I see where we're going with this, and I was not expecting it. I can tell what's going to happen. I like it. No, I don't think that's really it, though. Because that's kind of like you're mentioning the entire setup of the thing. Which, yeah, of course they die. Like, that's the whole point. It's a mystery. I think the fun comes with trying to figure out how they died. And also the overarching mystery of why they're in there in the first place. Like, that is the thing. Right? Like, I mean, of course the deaths are predicted. Like, that's the whole thing. That's like saying you can predict what happens in a battle royale, so it's not that interesting. I don't know. I think the interesting part is more of like trying to figure, because there's a bigger mystery involved, and I think the bigger mystery is the one that's the most fun in solving, because they drop you tidbits throughout the whole thing, and you have to piece together how it ends up tying up in the end. And that's kind of what I mean when I say that I want a game to provide me with a full story. Because how a lot of mascot horror and games nowadays feel like is that it feels like if Danganronpa were to drop you all of the hints throughout the game, but then not give the final explanation. Like, they take out the whole last chapter, and you're like, okay, we gave you all the clues. Now, figure it out. It's like, what? No, I need you to tell me. Give me the huge conclusion. Give me the 50-minute exposition about what actually happened. Like, I need to know. Don't just make me figure it out on my own. It's not about who dies, it's about how they die. Yeah. What if I'm stupid, you know? It's not even that. I don't know. I feel like if you're writing a good story, you have to finish your story. You can't let your fans finish it for you. That just it makes no sense to me. Cinnamoroll, I have your pineapples. You never played Subnautica, but you watch it a lot. When Subnautica came out, I was also not a gamer yet. I only like watch Let's Plays. But I really, really enjoyed myself. I think that, I think when Subnautica 2 comes out, though, we would definitely give it a shot. I'm just slightly jaded because Below Zero did not go over well with me. But I am optimistic, if nothing else. I'm optimistic that they saw what happened with Below Zero and they were like, okay, we know what the people want. And they will deliver this time. I really hope so. But yeah, I definitely didn't get to experience meeting the Leviathans on my own. So I had to live through that experience by watching other Let's Players. It was still fun though. It was still scary, but it's definitely gonna be a little... Whenever we do a Subnautica 2 playthrough, I feel like that will be our horror game. Umineko was legit so confusing and they gave you all the hints to solve the mystery by chapter 4 of 8. See, that's what I love. I feel like stories like that can be written only because the people writing them are really smart. Like, I need you to circumvent my expectations. I've also heard really, really good things about Umineko, but it's also a really, really, really long series. Like, longer than I am able to commit to at the moment. Below Zero might be a collab game. No. Below Zero's already out. You're talking about Subnautica 2, right? Below Zero's already out. Oh, hello, Seacard. Have a good week. But yeah, you're right. You're right. The following one is going to be collab, which I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, cause I'm not sure if the collab experience is Below Zero not 2. No, Below Zero's already out. There was Subnautica, the base game. Subnautica Below Zero, which came out and was mid and everyone was not happy about, and then now there's Subnautica 2. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. Never mind. There's a whole video explaining how it has more words than all of Harry Potter combined. But really, I've heard nothing but good things about Umineko. I'm not opposed to trying it out. My melody. What do you want? I don't know. I'm gonna. What did she want again? What was she asking for? Supplies for the decorations. Okay. Is Subnautica 2 on the same planet? We don't know yet. They haven't explained anything really. They've given us the bare minimum of information, so I'm not too sure. I'm optimistic, but I'll say the manga is also extremely good and the art is chef's kiss as long as you don't watch the anime. Okay, I have been told to not watch the anime. So I will not do that. But yeah, I really do love visual novels. Why can't I give fabric? Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, it's okay. We'll make that. I think I can make that. You've put your toes in the water? Oh, yeah, that's not to me. Oh. But I have a friend who was I have a friend who's actually a Danganronpa hater. Like, back in my group, we had 2 people who really loved Danganronpa and 2 people who hated it, and they were like, you should do Umineko. It's so much more sophisticated. You should do Umineko. And I'm like, okay. But to be fair, I'm also just here to see, like, Komaida do stuff. I mean, I feel like it is. I feel like that's my image of it. Like, Umineko has a lot more sophisticated mystery. I really love shows that... Sorry, I really do love shows that have mysteries that make you think. Which is why sometimes it feels weird for me to watch, like, the Western counterparts of, like, cop shows or, like, detective shows, you know, like BBC Sherlock. Because it's like, what? Like, what? Like, you drew what conclusion from where? For what? Did you pull that out of your pantalones? Like, where did you get the conclusion? I didn't get it. But I've never felt that way about, like, Danganronpa. Like, when they explain it at the end, I'm like, oh. Oh. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I feel like the way they target the mysteries is a little bit different. Like, I mean, with the anime also comes with, like, a bit of the... What's it called? Like, wait. Let me think about the word. Suspending your disbelief? Is that what it's called? I feel like with anime, because of the genre, you're more willing to accept... Like, if the tone and the medium is done right, you can make your audience more willing to accept a little bit more of a ludicrous answer. But when it comes to a real-life action show with cops and you're trying to make it all serious and everything, it's a lot harder to make your audience accept a very wild take on the mystery. If that makes sense. It's harder to make people suspend your disbelief. It depends on the tone. I think that's why I like a lot of, like, anime mystery shows more. I have not seen Detective Conan, but everyone who has seen Detective Conan has told me to watch Detective Conan. So I'm assuming the mysteries in that are also really, really good. The thing is, it's so long. It's so long. It's like watching One Piece from the start. Like, I don't know where to start. Like, isn't Detective Conan one of the longest running animes that still exists? I think manga as well, right? I don't think the manga ended. One of these days, I'll watch Detective Conan from the really start. Yeah, just the sheer number of it. And it's not only that, I think I'm very... Do you guys have this problem where you have become spoiled with the art style of, like, the 2020s? That when you try to watch something that's a little bit too dated, that the art style puts you off? Does this happen with anyone else? Because it happens with me. Like, when I think I'm too used to current anime styles that when I try to watch something that is made a long time ago, it's, like, too retro and I can't really get into it. The anime is still running. Yes, the anime is still running. We better go catch it. Good memes. If it's not 12 or 24, I'm not watching it. It's actually so wild to me to think that animes nowadays are only 12 to 24 episodes. Because back then, if you had an anime, you were going to like 50, 100. But then now it's all limited to 12 and 24. It's such a weird concept. I feel like everything has gotten so short. But I think it's also because, the scope of anime has also gotten so wide. Like, so there's so many new animes coming out, and they can't possibly allocate budget to every single one of these shows. So they basically just give everyone 12 episodes to, like, prove their worth kind of thing. It's definitely an industry change, but I don't know. I do feel sad about it, because back then if you liked an anime, it would go for like 100 episodes or something. I think Z Greyman did. No, Z Greyman was 50. I don't remember, but they were definitely a lot longer. You enjoy the old art styles? I mean, I guess there's some nostalgia value to them. I guess it's not wrong. But I've definitely been spoiled. I have this anime that I used to love called Skip Beat. Has anyone seen Skip Beat? I used to love it. And I used to think Ren was like the hottest anime 2D husbando ever. And then recently I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm going to go rewatch Skip Beat. And I could not do it. Their chins are so long. And I was so distracted. Please Google Skip Beat. You guys will immediately know what I mean. And I just thought it was so interesting because back in the day, like when I was a child watching this, I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness, he's so cute. And I didn't even notice the... It was only like when I got used to like more modern art styles that I go back and see it, and I was like, oh, they have like the long chins that anime boys used to have back in the day, and it was so distracting. Like I couldn't rewatch it again. The chins are very demure, very sharp. They are. What's the last anime you watched? Medalist. Huge vouch. If you guys have not seen Medalist, you should. Man, my tears cried way too much in a certain episode. Gonna use chins to cut through butter. Exactly, but back then that was what I liked. Like when I was 8, 9, I was like, oh my goodness, Ren from Skippy is so hot. And then I go back to it when I'm older. I'm like, oh, my beauty standards for anime boys had changed over the years. It has changed over the years. What else? I mean, I do still occasionally rewatch shows from all the way back then, like Shigotara and Inuyasha. Like, cause I watched them extensively as children. I feel like I can still vibe with their art styles. But something for Skip Beat, it was way more noticeable than I thought. Oh my goodness, I've not seen Honey and Clover, and I've not seen Paradise Kiss. I've not even heard of these, actually. I've not even heard of these. Oh, D. Gray Man is also something that I've sometimes rewatched frequently. You know, I'm not sure if any of you watched the anime for D. Gray Man, but it's not recently, but I think 5 years ago, they actually got a new season. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, after 10 years, they finally got a new season. And then the art style was so modern. And I was like, oh. That's not it. That's not it. Like, I feel like they overly modernized it to the point where I couldn't recognize... Well, I could recognize the characters, obviously. And they switched the voice actors. And I'm like, why? I mean, I know why. They probably couldn't get the old ones to do it, but... It was still sad, honestly. Like, what do you guys feel about people changing voice actors in a remake? I really dislike it. But I guess it's another thing, like, you can't exactly stop a whole project just because one voice actor refused to retake their role. But at the same time, I feel like it really ruins it for me when it's like a character that I've come to know and love and they're voiced by a completely different person. I'm off. Okay, Linder, thanks for stopping by. See you next time as well. Inuyasha is really good. The sequel, not so much, but the original is very good. I still call Inuyasha the original isekai. Yes, you can fight me on it, but you would be wrong. Inuyasha is an isekai. I will die on this hill. I will dookie on it. I will kaka grande on it, so that no one else can kick me off. You can kind of accept it, you just need to get used to the new voice actor. For me, a voice actor is just so blended together with their roles. It's kind of like, to me, it does feel like when an actor is recast in a series or a movie. I can never get over it. Whenever someone in a series is recast, they are immediately a completely different person to me. Soy la mujer queso. I am woman of cheese. Soy la mujer queso. Queso en los pantalones. Queso grande. Queso bola. Ball cheese. Okay, I'm gonna stop. X6 Holic I also didn't really see. A lot of my childhood animes, admittedly, were things that I should not have been watching. And it's mostly because they were recommended to me by my cousins who were teenage boys at the time. So they, as teenage boys, would recommend to me, who's like a well, I wasn't 5. I was like a 7-year-old child, animes that I probably should not be watching. A very good example is they thought that it would be a good idea to recommend Full Metal Alchemist to like a 7-year-old girl. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. And honestly, same vibes as my uncle who would show a 7-year-old child Final Destination. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. It was like that for the Higurashi remake sequel. The voice actor for the sisters was different, but I was familiar for other works, so it wasn't too bad. That actually happened to Danganronpa. I think they changed the voice actor for Monokuma. But I remember that there was a real reason for it. I'm not sure if the original voice actor passed. But they did change the voice actor for Monokuma, and it was very jarring. They also changed the voice actor for Chopper in One Piece 3 times. Did you guys know that? They changed the voice actor for Chopper 3 times. And when you watch like One Piece, like when you binge it, it's very obvious. And I'm like, oh, I actually never noticed that before. I would like this light. You get terrified at the thought of being asked for anime recommendations? Is it because they're mostly sus or because they're mostly horror? You should have watched Death Note. Fun fact, till this day, I have still never seen a single episode of Death Note. Not even one. Why? Because the main plot twist of the thing has basically been spoiled on the internet ever since the earliest days. Yeah, I've never seen Death Note. I have also never seen Naruto. So that is a thing. I mean, I tried it. I tried to watch Naruto. But I can never get into it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Death Note was really spoiled because, you know, people were posting like the huge plot twist on the internet ever since like the beginning days of the internet. Like basically everyone knew what the plot twist was. And I feel like the moment you know the plot twist, it's kind of like, oh, okay, so like what's the point now? You've only watched the classics so far? I remember that when I started watching anime, I wanted to watch the big 3, which was One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. I really got into One Piece and Bleach, but for some reason, I just couldn't get into Naruto. I think some of it was the humor. I don't know. I feel like the humor was not aligned. I feel like it felt kind of like elementary schoolboy humor, which it was aimed at younger boys, so that was understandable, but I guess it just wasn't too, wouldn't say appropriate, but it wasn't really the humor that I was looking for. It's too hype for you? I don't know, I feel like in some cases the hype is real. I still think to this day that One Piece is really, really good. One Piece and Gintama, the tears it's so weird because it's not weird, but it's so wild because these are the shows that I've laughed the hardest at, but it's also the shows that I've cried the most at. And I really, really like it when an anime can just switch from being absolutely hilarious to so incredibly emotional in 2 episodes. It's wild. Oh, I didn't like Attack on Titan. That was Attack on Titan was like my younger cousin's generation. So when they started to get into anime, Attack on Titan was like their vice. Or like Kimetsu no Yaiba. That is like the younger generation's like entry into anime. I don't know. Made in Abyss. I do know about Made in Abyss. Hello, Caps. Welcome. That indefinite the two guys are lovers. I believe it. I would believe it. I don't know. I really didn't like Kimetsu no Yaiba, and I didn't like Attack on Titan, but not for. I didn't like Kimetsu no Yaiba for story reasons, but I didn't like Attack on Titan simply for personal reasons. I do think Attack on Titan for the most part was written well. What else is like a modern show that like people like? Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess. I only watched the anime. I kind of dropped it after. Although I did hear that people were really, really upset about the ending. But I don't know what the ending is. I also did hear that people were really, really upset with the ending of Kimetsu no Yaiba. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a lot of popular things are just ending badly. I think in general, shonen anime doesn't really appeal to me. Or like current day, modern day shonen anime doesn't really appeal to me like it used to. My Hero Academia, yes, it's finished. The manga is finished. The anime, I'm not sure. My Hero Academia, I feel it's really good, but it wasn't to my tastes. So I unfortunately didn't complete it, but I do feel the storytelling was good. It's just that at a certain point, I feel like if I wasn't attached to a character, I couldn't really get into it. And I wasn't really all that interested in following the story, so I kind of just fell off it. Oh, they just killed off a bunch of random people in the end. Understandable. Like in shonen stuff, cause I feel like so many of them. I feel like so many of them were. I don't know, like the ending for Bleach, I think was also really bad. Like everyone kept telling me, like, oh, like people still mourn the ending of Bleach, like they mourn the ending of like Game of Thrones. I'm like, oh man, I didn't know it was that bad. I heard that it was because they forced like a whole bunch of characters in romantic relationships or something. I heard that people got mad that in Demon Slayer, whatever the sword shells weren't actual powers, but just visualizations. Yeah, there was that. But I don't know. I feel like I had my own issues with the writing. It just felt really weird. Like there were a lot of I'm not gonna go into it, but there were parts of the writing that's kind of like what? Like it had the skeletons of a good shonen, but then they basically, it felt like they took out all the insides. And they were like, okay, here is a shonen. And everyone's like, yay! Oh, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid I have not seen, but did you hear they're getting a movie? I was in the theater the other day and they were showing the advertisement for the movie. So you can get hype about that. I mean, I will say, they are, yeah, they are. When? I didn't know. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not spreading misinformation on the internet. Kobayashi Dragon Maid movie. I'm pretty sure though. The Kobayashi Dragon Maid movie is titled Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, A Lonely Dragon Wants to Be Loved. It's scheduled to be released in Japanese theaters on June 27, 2025. So yes, I'm not spreading misinformation on the internet. This is true, and it's happening this year. It's probably gonna take a while to reach Western theaters, but that's something you can look forward to. Yeah, because when I went to watch, what movie did I go to see? Oh yeah, I went to watch the Project Sekai movie, and then they were playing the advertisement for it, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, oh, it's Kobayashi. But I didn't realize you guys were so hyped about it. Well, there you go. I'm glad I brightened your day just a little bit. You guys now have one more thing to look forward to. Apothecary Diaries. I am a big fan. I stopped watching the anime because I caught up with the manga, but big fan. I thought Apothecary Diaries was really, really smart because they also went with the mystery route in the fact that they had to make the main character really, really smart. But they were also really smart about it because by setting it in a past context, I think they managed to surprise you in a way because the answer to the mystery often happens to be something that wasn't known at the time, but you know what it is. So you can kind of get through writing it without the reveal being anything that's like super smart. Because then once you hear what the actual answer is, you'll be like, oh, I knew that, but the people at the time didn't know that kind of thing. Like there was this entire mystery that revolved around like honey being bad for babies, and I was like, oh, that's a very simple answer. But now that you mention it, I didn't know that they didn't know that back then. But it would make sense for her to know it, kind of thing. Thank the follow, Yoshi. Welcome to the Nebby Nation. How are you doing? Have a good luck, Jay. I just thought it was a very, very smart. It was a very smart way to make the setting work, and making her seem smart without having to actually try and make something that's too smart, you know? MC's name is Mau Mau, the small cat. They have really good chemistry. They do. They do. I like it. I like when they make a show that has romance, but they don't make the romance the center stage. Because I really, really like shows with romance in it, but I don't really like it when the romance is the whole plot. Like, I need there to be a main plot, and then there's also a will they, won't they at the side. That is like my ideal type of romance. So it's less about being it's because of this, and it's more of like, how do I explain it to these bozos? Yeah, it's something like that. So she basically has more knowledge than the average person because she studies like medicine, and she basically reveals things to people that we know in the present day, but because it's said in the past that they may not necessarily know. So the reviews are satisfying, but they're not exactly like, oh my goodness, what big brain, and it doesn't have to be. Because they're interesting on its own. I love romantic subplots, I know. It's why that even though I do play otome games, I really like to play otome games where the romance is not the main focus. Like, there's a huge overall plot, and then the characters just so happen to fall in love along the way. Like, those are my favorite otome games. Collar X Malice, very good example of this. Virtue Evermore, also a very good example, although I did not like the ending. Cafe Enchante, not so much, but I guess so. Yeah, they just have an overarching plot. Seion Aera! Jeremy, good morning! How are you doing? I'm planning a birthday party for Cinema Roll. I like where everyone is standing and Kuromi's sitting on the floor. Me vibes. Honestly. I would do that too. If everyone else was standing, I'd be sitting on the floor. I forgot about the streams today. No, it's okay. It's fair. I know I don't normally do Tuesday streams. Now I'm here. Yes, you are. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Just about 2 hours of yapping. But it's okay. You can watch it back. Welcome back from ads. Sorry, everyone who was stuck in ads. But yeah, I will admit that a lot of where is Sleepy? He's somewhere here, but he may have fallen asleep. Oh, okay, Radish. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. I'll see you again next time as well. Have a good night. Would you like a song? Would you like a song? Go to sleep. Okay, you're gone. Never mind. Sleepy is having a poopy. Interesting. He's taking caca grande. Caca grande. What was I talking about? Completely forgot. Shit, what was I talking about? What was I going to talk about? Yeah, okay, I will admit, Seion Aera is not a perfect person. Okay, I'm not a perfect person. Sometimes I do tend to avoid animes just because my cousins are into them. And I do find it a little bit cringe, and I do try to avoid it. Like, for example, when my cousins who are like 15 and 16, like when they roleplay Gojo Satoru in like the playground, it does kind of turn me off to the anime. And this is not the fault of the anime. It's not the anime's fault. But when my baby cousins are pretending to be Gojo Satoru in the playground, it kind of makes it hard for me to like there's nothing wrong with it. Like, they're having fun. I'm happy for them. But at the same time, it's kind of like, like, I don't really know if I can get into an anime that's, you know, do you guys know what I mean? Like, I really, like, don't get me wrong, I'm really, really glad they're having fun. And like, because they never used to be anime people, and now it seems like they really, really like it, and they love talking to me and my older cousins about it. But it's just that, as much as I enjoy looking at my cousins have fun, I don't think I could really get into the same things that they're currently into. And I don't think I could ever tell them, like, oh, I watch Jujutsu Kaisen, because they'll be like, oh, and then they'll talk to me, they'll yap my ear off about Gojo Satoru, and I don't necessarily want them to. So that's kind of how that is, because every single time I see them, but I haven't seen them in a long time, but every single time I see them, they'll be like, Aera, do you play Genshin Impact? You know, do you like TT or like Klee? And then they'll like quote a meme from like a YouTube video that I don't know. And I'll be like, ah, yes, that. It's always like that. Yeah, I did hear about that ending. I don't know. I don't necessarily hate it when important people die in series, but it has to be for a very, very good reason. If it's not for a very, very good reason, and if it's not an in-character death, I get very upset. Because then I feel like they killed him off for dramatic effect. Example, and you're allowed to disagree. Example, I don't like the way they killed off Joel in The Last of Us 2. That was out of character and honestly was only there to further the plot. That made no sense to me. Till this day, made no sense to me. I just don't like it when they kill people off just to make the audience go, no, I'm so sad, no. Like, if you want to have a character die, you need it to be impactful. You need it to have reason. Like, how did we get to this point? And then it's satisfying when they die and you're like, wow, there was literally nothing you could do about this. Like, oh no, like, what an unfortunate situation, but I see why he had to die. You know, like, if the characters die for those reasons, then I'm completely fine with it, but... It's just, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Hello, Elfman, welcome! How are you doing? Also, I'm sorry if that was a spoiler, but also the game's been out for a couple of years. And I feel like this also has been spoiled to high heaven, so... I can relate to the hate gal. I'm not watching the show that made my classmates scream 1,000 years of pain. Oh, I have... Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that, yeah. I think if most people did... Oh no, I don't think most people did like it, yeah. That was a choice, and I think there was also some drama about how they baited the audience, basically, because there were scenes shown in the trailers of Joel that didn't end up being in the game, so they kind of like misrepresented what the game was gonna be. Like, you thought you would have this great adventure, but then he dies in like the first hour, and it's like, whoa now. I mean, I saw this coming, but also I'm just very disappointed. Oh, I just woke up and got an hour and a half to actually get... Try to go back to sleep. I can sing a lullaby, maybe that will help. It just makes me upset. It makes me upset that some writing choices revolve around... Like, they feel like just because it's a sequel, they have to up the stakes. So they have to kill someone important so that people will take the game seriously. Like, no, you don't. You can write a pretty good story. You can write an extremely fine sequel without purposefully going to kill someone off. Like sequels don't have to revolve around main characters, or endings. They don't have to revolve around main characters being killed. Like, killing someone off doesn't automatically raise the stakes. It just makes the stakes well done, which makes them not good. I don't really know Star Wars, but I did hear that people are not too happy with the recent movies. That is at least something that Seion Aera has heard about. That people aren't really happy with how recent movies happened, basically. Which, fair. It's kind of what makes it hard to get into these types of series, because I have had so many people tell me that, what's that one with, like, a notoriously horrible ending? Shoot, I just mentioned it early in the stream. It's not Breaking Bad. It's, Game of Thrones. I have had so many people tell me, you should watch Game of Thrones. Like, Game of Thrones is, like, peak. But then I also know that it has like the world's worst ending. And like, I don't know if I want to do that specifically. I'm here to say that I'm not in fact sleeping. I said that 10 minutes ago, Sleepboy. Very disappointed in most of the new Star Wars. It does kind of suck, huh? I feel like most of the things that I look forward to or like I have enjoyed in recent years have disappointed me. Last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones are a low point. Yeah. That's what I always hear people say, and then now it's kind of like, oh, so should I actually try and get into it if I already know that the ending is bad? Decisions. But I'm going to call a no on this one. It's gonna be a no for me. However, I did also hear that... No, but I have also just avoided this phenomenon by, just not watching the ending because I have watched the whole of, I have watched the entirety of How I Met Your Mother except the last season. So I have kept my enjoyment in a way because I know it's bad, so I just chose not to watch the last season of it. So you can also be smart in that way. But then again, I've also not watched the last season of most things that I like. Oh yeah, Sleepy was pooping. Yeah, Grande Caca. I remember. Did that show ever explain? Yes, it does. I have seen breakdowns of the ending and why people hated it so much, and I do agree it was a horrible ending. They do, but they basically explain it in the worst way possible. And then they do retcon it later. They introduce the ending. Everyone hated it. And then they retcon it to make it so that they didn't do that ending, and it's like a completely different ending. And I did hear that the retcon was better, but still. I mean, I don't know if I'd still recommend it to people. It's just something that I started watching because I had nothing else to watch, and I did end up enjoying it more than I thought. To explain why everyone hated the ending so much, imagine you're watching a show, and there's 9 seasons of the show, and in the 9 seasons of the show, they all get so much character development. Like, they've gone through so much in their lives, and they have grown to be completely different people. And then in the last episode, they all revert to their personalities in season 1, and it ends. And it's like, what just happened? Like, did everyone just get their personalities reset for like an entire, like, what just happened? That is essentially how that went. And there was actually a pretty interesting reason for it. Apparently it's because when they shot the first episode, they had already filmed the ending because they used child actors, and they were worried that the child actors would grow up if they didn't film an ending now. So basically they had already filmed an ending, but they didn't expect their show to go for as long as it did. So when the time came for them to do the ending, they basically just had to revert to whatever they were doing before. It was so dumb. Like, come on, just retake it with the adult actors. It's not that big of a deal. So they had to do 9 whole seasons only for them to revert to the ending that they were going to use for season 1, which basically reverted everyone's personalities. And it was so stupid. It was so stupid. I mean, I still had fun though. I feel like I still had fun with my time in that series, but Watch me create a shelf and have 13 endings to see which sticks and decide the funniest one is canon. Where did I emote this? I didn't mean to emote this. That has the same vibe as people, or as like showrunners who have a specific ending for the story already set up, but because too many people online are guessing it, they end up changing the ending. Has happened more than one time. Oh, hello, Sushi, welcome. Oh, that's so cute. I feel like I need that. I feel like I need a waddle emote that connects to other waddle emotes. Wouldn't that be so cute for a raid emote? You know, we just waddle into other people's streams. It's a very good idea. I'm very big brain. When the peer pressure gets to you. It's so funny. Like, can you imagine changing your ending because too many people anticipated it and you're like, oh no. Oh no, I need to sound smarter than I am. If you had to name me, what would you name me? Reek Seabirth. Good meme. Good name. Go forth. Make use of it. Waddle emotes? No, because they see the waddling. It's cute. Yes. So take the S and the R's of your name and switch them over. It's like me laughing over the Monster Hunter Wilds meme for way too long at the start of yesterday's stream. Man, I do have Monster Hunter on the brain. I can't believe I actually found out the Poogie's in it. When the fan theories surface and they're low-key making a lot more sense than whatever you thought. I feel like that is the case though, especially for some material that does revolve around mysteries or like theories. I know that it definitely happened for Riverdale. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. You thought Monhan would win? I thought it would win too until I checked the poll this morning and I was like, oh, everyone really wants me to play Hello Kitty. My theory is because either you guys just really, really like Hello Kitty, or you really don't like Monster Hunter, or because Monster Hunter, when we're fighting the monsters, I am kind of silent, right? Because I do kind of have to pay attention more so than I have to pay attention in a game like this. So there does tend to be more yapping in games like this as opposed to when I was playing Monster Hunter. That's kind of what I thought it was. Mama's apple pie. Okay. But then now I have the conundrum of whether or not I want to do just chatting on Thursday or if I want to play Monster Hunter on Thursday. Yeah, I think you just wanted the cozy happening. There's definitely more cozy happening in this than there is in Monster Hunter. I mean, I still yap in Monster Hunter. It's just that I have to pay attention about 50% of the time, which makes it like 50% less yapping. I don't know. Maybe I'll vote again. No, I think I'll do just chatting on Thursday. I don't wanna like overwhelm people with the Monster Hunter streams. I know I already streamed Monster Hunter like twice this week. People were just sick of seeing Monster Hunter be 80% of their tweets. That's true. Like the Monster Hunter dislikers or the Monster Hunter non-enjoyers also have something to watch, I guess. I think it's because everyone had Mon enough to for him. Yeah, I feel like 50% of Twitch currently is playing Monster Hunter. I think people were used to... What do you mean? No, I wasn't. I was not trampling them. I was pushing them slightly to see if they would fall over. It's different. I was pushing them over lovingly. It was loving bullying. Like the thing that we do with Lyra. And the thing that Lyra does with Slayboy. She trampled the... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, my guy. I did not do any crimes of the sort. Crimes may have been committed, but not to the little babies. It was a light push. They happened to walk into me and fall over, and I thought it was funny. I will not be accepting these allegations. It was a good meme, though. It was a good meme. What did I need? Oh, I don't have apples? Who gives apples? Oh, who gives apples? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go looking for it, I guess. My Oshi's evil? Your name is evil, coconut crabs. Touche, touche, think I dream. Ah, my throat is really hurting. But I am a brave girly. I am a brave girly and I will live. There's a clip of these, yes, and then in the clip you can see me lovingly touching the little babies as they fall over. But yes, there is a clip if you would like to look through it. Okay, you're really gonna find some apples. Do you think it's still snowing? I'm gonna be so sad if I look out the window after stream and there's no more snow. Let me look at my. Well, it says rain, but also it's like 1 degree. So I don't know about that one. Hold on, let me search. Tokyo. Tenkyoho. There better be a whole bunch of snow. I mean, it does say that it's still snowing. I'm hoping for good things. I'm a villain, not a monster. They were cute. They were like falling over and stuff. I like it when things fall over. I think I remember from the clip with the squeak. I do tend to be a bit of a squeaker. Especially when I'm laughing. You know, like I tend to do the and then people always call me a kettle. Not a kettle. Just a girly. If you were a monster, you'd be on the hunt list. True. Do you see me on the hunt list? No, you do not. Something tells me apples are not found underwater. Are they underwater apples? Oh, a window wiper? Like the one in the cars? Okay, I see it. I hear it. I also do get turkey sometimes. You know? I used to think... Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Sorry. I had to work today and my brain cells are very small. I will do that. I apologize. I will be making that though. Just because I want you guys to be able to arrange hunts with each other as well if you want to do them. Look at glasses, thank you! What do people say you do? I feel like I don't really like glasses in real life though. I don't like wearing glasses in real life. My mom has been trying to get me to do LASIK surgery, but also I don't want to do LASIK surgery. It's just something about it. I don't know why I hate glasses. I just feel like I look nerdy with glasses. Or maybe it's because my mom has been constantly convincing me to not wear glasses to the point where I'm starting to think it's just because I look bad in them. That could be it. I'm hotter without my glasses. Yeah, I don't know. I think I do look cuter without glasses. Or at least with contacts in. But I'm also thinking that maybe it's because I haven't really found glasses that really fit my face. Or my visual aesthetic, I guess. I used to wear glasses, but I broke 2 of them, so I'm using contact lenses. I too wear contact lenses, but I only do it if I'm going out to town or something. Like I don't wear them from school anymore. Basically because I have to wake up super early in the morning, and you know the pain of trying to put in contacts early in the morning. I don't want to do that. Your girlie doesn't want to do that. Contacts early in the morning? Yeah, I only wear them when going out. Like, they hurt so bad. Like, when you're already tired and then you have to force your contacts in your eye, and then sometimes they don't go in and you're just there sitting in pain for like 15 minutes. Oh, it would freak you out. I have heard that is the barrier of some people trying to wear contact lenses. I guess I never thought of it that way. But I guess it is pretty creepy, right? Like when you, like coming from someone who doesn't wear contact lenses to see people like open up their eyes and put this little, well, it's not plastic, but to put this little thing inside, you'd be like, oh! I do see where the fear comes from. You hate stuff going near my eye? Let me guess. You guys couldn't open your eyes in pools, could you? Cause I used to do that all the time. I used to open my eyes in swimming pools. So I got pretty used to things being in my eye in general. Although now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that wasn't the most sanitary thing, considering that people pee in pools all the time. But I never got an eye infection. So I managed to go most of my life without having an eye infection. You can? You can, but they dry out and I don't like how it feels. Yeah, I guess. But then, I guess it's the action, right? The action of actually physically putting the contact in your eye is the annoying part. Henna exists, that you shouldn't do that. I used to do it as a child. It used to be this, hey, can you open your eyes underwater? I can. I can. Do you know the reaction of pool chlorine and pee can cause eye infections? I did, but I have never once gotten an eye infection, so we're good. Hold on, let me sit up. Have somehow managed to go most of my life without this having be a problem. An explosion? How does that work? Like you open your eyes underwater and suddenly you go like, poof. Is that it? Is this what we're referring to? You go underwater, you pee, and then you suddenly explode? Come on, Henna can't be the only person who pees in pools in chat. If you pee in a pool, this is your time to admit it to me. Who else? Who else pees in pools? Oh, it's not enough from a pool. Okay. Because I have surprisingly never heard of explosions occurring in a swimming pool. Okay, my quest for apples has been pretty fruitless. Haha! Okay, Bella, there's something by. See you again next time. Oh, I gotta give Pochaco one more gift. Okay. Hahaha! Firework down a water slide? How does that happen? How do you do that? How do I claim this? Yes, I have done it. Oh no, this is just achievements. I didn't get anything from them. Boo. Boo. Man, I can't wait to get Poogie. I don't know. Should I play Monster Hunter on Friday? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm tap dancing over it. Cause the next stream's gonna be Monday. Like if I don't play tomorrow, like I can't play. I will think very hard about it. Like very, very hard. Hello, Chicken Fire, welcome. How are you doing? Do you give me apples? Who gives me apples? I need apples. I need like one apple. No, she gives me flour. Is there a way I can check who gives me what? Doing very good? I'm glad. Oh, okay, there is. None of them give me apples. Okay, so I have to pick it myself. Okay, got it. What day is the next stream? The next stream is Thursday. They were taking a break tomorrow, but they weren't coming back on Thursday. I'm gonna be gone from Friday to Saturday. Cause I have like a little small staycation. But I'll be back on Sunday for the movie. Not movie, for Singles Inferno, and then I'll be back on Monday for stream. So it's 3 days. It's 3 days without Seion Aera. You guys will be fine. You guys will be fine. I'll put some photos. I'll put some photos in Discord so you guys aren't lonely, so you guys don't cry at night. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. My chat with the separation anxiety. It's like my puppy. Every single time before we leave her alone, we have to switch on the light, turn on the TV, stick her with some snacks, and give her a blanket. If not, my dog would not let me leave the house. She's baby like that. She needs to have the television on. My mom recently has found like dog no, wait, what was it called? Dog no separation anxiety playlist or something. And basically just plays nature sounds and lo-fi beats. And whenever we leave the house, my mom will put that on for my dog. Then she'll turn on the light, she'll put some treats in a bowl, and then she will put her blanket on the sofa. And that is basically how we have to leave. If we don't have all of those prepared, she will not let us leave. 3 days is no yap, I know, can you believe? Well, on the bright side, when I actually come back, we will have a lot more yap than usual. Ah, come on. A lot more yap than usual. No! Oh. Okay, let's... I don't know, I might vote again. I might vote again to see if we end up I don't know, I feel like some of you do just prefer the chatting though. Instead of just me having to focus on Monster Hunter. But I bet also this might be the chatting streams. That's too many. You guys will be fine. You guys will be fine. I believe in you. I mean, I've left for a week before whenever I go home. Which, by the way, I'm mentally preparing you guys now. I will be gone for a week in April. Because my family is coming to see me and we're going to go hang out for like a week. So I'm gonna mentally prepare you guys for this now. Just so that you don't freak out when the time comes. Start hoarding your VODs. I'm gonna make sure you guys have a whole bunch of VODs to watch. Start watching back all the VODs from day one, and then by the time you guys finish watching all of the VODs, I will be back. Where do I find apples? Hold on. Is there no thing like in Infinity Nikki where they tell me where to find stuff? Because no? Really? Not at all. Alrighty. What? Yes, I'm going on a trip in my little rocket ship, soaring through the stars. Seion Aera. Just a week though, just a week. It might be 10 days actually. I don't know. I'm kind of what's the word? I'm kind of scared. I don't like taking a break for that long. I feel like whenever you take a break and then you come back, like everyone forgets about you. It's a scary thought, okay? It's a scary thought. But I will try my best to not think about it. I will try my best to not think about it. And then hopefully we will be good. Little Lyra. We haven't seen Lyra this stream yet, have we? I don't think we have. Man, my lips are so dry. I really need something to combat the dry air. What is it, like a humidifier? I need to get a humidifier, that's it. I need to get myself a humidifier. But then again, I feel like winter is going to end, so I pretty much just have to deal with it for a little bit. Yeah, Lyra's employed. She has the cash monies. The cash monies to fund her Nikki addiction. Man, wish I had cash monies to fund my Nikki addiction. Maybe I will play Monster Hunter this Thursday. Sorry, I'm still thinking like really hard about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was. And the fact that everyone is also playing it kind of makes me happy. Like, it's the fact that we're all streaming the same things, and then whenever people raid in, I can be like, oh my goodness, were you playing? Where are you? Like, it feels nice to finally have, like, what's it called? Like a single point of conversation with other people. Right? Because I don't normally have that. I don't normally have something that I can talk to other people about. Humidifier, just a little goblin blowing spit into the air. Would anyone want to volunteer to blow spit into the air for me? Because it would really help. Do we have any humidifiers in chat? Is this man able to play Monster Hunter together? I will ask. I have Estee added, but I'm not sure if Kumi got it or not. But I will check. But we should be able to. It's just that we have very different stream times recently. We've had really different stream times. So that might be a little bit difficult, but I think we'll figure it out. We say want to talk to me because I'm lonely. I don't know, it's a lot more fun when everyone is playing the same game and then you can kind of talk to people about it, because I feel like everyone else, like before this, was super into Marvel Rivals, and I don't play Marvel Rivals, so everyone on my timeline will be talking about Marvel Rivals, and I can't participate in the conversation because I don't play Marvel Rivals. But now it's different. Now everyone is talking about Monster Hunter, and I can actively participate in the Monster Hunter conversation. It's huge. This is huge for me, actually. Sometimes they stream 4 to 5, yeah. And I think SC does afternoons. And Kumi does mornings sometimes. So it might be a little bit hard to get our schedules together. But our time zones technically aren't all data parts, so it should be okay. But I don't know. I mean, the only reason I'm not playing Marvel Rivals is because... Ooh, I can get her in this? That's huge. I mean, the only reason I'm not playing Marvel Rivals is because I just don't play. Like, I just don't play FPSs. That's pretty much the only reason, I guess. Yeah, I think I did see them playing Shrine Nova. Retsuko is in this game. Yes, she is. This is not her conch, though. This is not her magic conch, unfortunately. Wait. What is my friendship level with her? I feel like I could potentially get her to level 7. Let's see. I play FPS 1 to be exact. Is it Overwatch? Is it Overwatch, perhaps? Oh, you give me dough! Oh, you have 1 frame per second. I see. What's up? It's a metalhead bit panda anime girl. Valid. I too would like that. Dough! Huge! Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get some pizza. Ooh, bug. Okay. Get some nice bugs. I mean, bugs are never nice, but at least my frog will eat all of them for me. Wow, I made way too many pizzas. Why did I make this many pizzas? Wait, someone take my pizzas. Why do I have so many of these? Oh, Fortnite. Ah. The one time I did play Fortnite, I actually did enjoy it, but I played the other Fortnite. I played the what was that? Never mind. I played the no build mode. That was the soda, yeah. Speaking of soda, make me say some of this too. I played Fortnite no build once, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot. I don't know how to say it, but it was a lot easier than some of the other FPSs I was playing at the time. Granted, I tried Fortnite during my Apex era, so I was very my skills were more honed than they are now. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of dubs. Yeah, the building one, I mean, it is the main selling point of the game, so I guess it does kind of feel weird to play Fortnite without it, but still, I definitely did enjoy the no build one more. Rocket League, that is the one with cars and a basketball, right? I have heard some things about it. Not a lot of things, but something. Oh, Team Vijay, hello, Kaskusa, welcome. And the posture check. Yeah. Okay. Man, I'm really not finding any apples. Where do apples grow? I feel like I'm gonna feel very stupid when they're like, you can just buy it from a store. I was about to redeem Baldur, but I'm missing 3 more. Soon then, soon. How are you doing, Kaskisa? Welcome. Today is our chill, comfy chatting day in between all of the Monster Hunter. Yeah, I think I may do Monster Hunter Friday. Sorry, Thursday. I think I may commit to that. And then for next week, for next Saturday, we're definitely gonna do Final Fantasy 14. I need to start on my Endwalker journey. It's been a while, but I definitely want to start Final Fantasy Endwalker. I don't know, it just feels like one of those things that I want to dedicate like a whole stream to. You know, like I don't wanna just do like 3 hours of Final Fantasy. I wanna make sure it's really long. Fortnite, Henne, you were 10 minutes late to this conversation. Where is your late slip? What is your excuse? You have 7K? I highly doubt that Krabs has 3K. There is no way. The mods are stacked when it comes to points. There is no way. They will refuse to tell you, but the mods have a lot more points than they would like to lead on. Someone convinced Hannah to play Shrine over Esquimalt and then question why every map is just ripped straight from Overwatch. That is kind of the impression that I have too, not gonna lie. Wait, can I just steal someone else's pie? Can I just take this? He doesn't need it, right? Can I just have this? Do I actually have to make the pie? No, boo, boo. Hannah has like 300 plus K. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you do too. You guys are just waiting for the day I use like a... What am I trying to say? You guys are just waiting for the day that I end up doing... What's it called? Yes, I end up doing like a community goal, and then you guys will go all in on it. I already know. You guys will hold all of your points to the day I create a new community goal. Although I will say, half of you regretted the last one, so... Wouldn't wish my worst enemy to play strike. That much? That much? Okay. That much, huh? True, actually. Because the last community goal we had was for me to wash rice, and Crab still has horrible memories from the day. Ah, no! No, I'm egg with ears. Egg with 4 ears. Huge. Thank you. Rub it for good luck. Quick, the good luck. You need the good luck. Come on. Get all of the good luck you can. What is this combo? It is head, scratchy, glasses, cat. You are now caught up. Ooh, I found a luggage.
It's so small.
No, it's not. It's huge. It's very huge. People just refuse to admit it. People refuse to admit that... No, I don't. People refuse to admit that Seion Aera is actually very smart. She knows things that no one else knows. And she can speak 4 languages. Recently learned Spanish. Recent Spanish learner. Soy la mujer queso. I am a woman of cheese. Just need everyone to know that. I'm either really dumb or I just don't know where apples grow. Do apples grow on trees? Don't answer that. I know. I don't answer that. But like, can you slip me like a cheat sheet? Yes? Okay. So they do grow on trees. Got it. Got it. I have this. I have this. Maybe. Let me go see. They come from the supermarket. Just like how strawberry milk comes from the strawberry cow. I've never seen a strawberry cow, but one of these days I wish I'd be able to see a strawberry cow. I feel like they'd be very fun dudes. One of these days I will see myself. I will see a strawberry cow. Hello, Seion Aera, welcome. How are you doing? I would eat a strawberry cow. A strawberry steak. It's like a Salisbury steak, but it's strawberry. I'd eat it. As long as it was not well done. Hello, kitty. How do I find apples? Help me. Just saying hi. How does your girlie get apples? How does anyone get apples? I could really go for a steak. I'm very hungry, so I have not eaten. Probably go get some food. If it's snowing as I have been promised, I do kind of wanna leave the house just so that I can go play in the snow. So I might I think we're gonna cut stream right at the appropriate time today, because I do want time so that I can go out and play in the snow and get food. A huge percentage of Americans think that chocolate milk comes from brown. Is that true? No, that can't be true. That true? Hilarious if true. Would the charcoal taste like burnt strawberry? Oh, maybe. It's true. You know what? I respect it. I respect it. I feel like I've said worse things. I wouldn't doubt that at all. Oh my goodness, he used to think that. That's so cute. Did he talk about the story about... Well, I'm pretty sure he did. But I had a friend who used to... Like, her dream job used to be a cashier. Like, she really, really wanted to be a cashier. And then when the teacher finally asked her why, she said that it was because the cashiers have a lot of money. Like, she thought that all the money in the cash register belongs to the cashier. So she thought that, like, cashiers were the richest people in the world. Which, is a good meme. She was onto something there. She wasn't correct. She wasn't correct, but, She was onto something. I respect her for it. Iron. I should probably go into the mines at some point as well. Speaking of mines, my desire to play Minecraft. My roommate recently started like replaying Minecraft again, and every single time I see them playing Minecraft, because they have friends. See, they have friends. They have friends who play Minecraft with them, and I don't. It's very unfortunate, because every single time I see them playing Minecraft with their friends, I'm like, oh, I want to play Minecraft with friends, but I don't have any. The milk we had at our school printed a brown spot cow. Okay, but like, still though. Still though, I mean, it's one thing for you to think it as a child. Like, everyone thinks the dumbest things as a child, right? But if that carries on to adulthood, then I don't really know what to say about that one. But very interesting fact, did you know that in Japan, they are really, really strict about what you can put on packaging and what you can't? Like, for example, if your drink, I think, does not contain... I think it's at least like 90% like fruits, you cannot put an image of a fruit on it. Like, it has to be a drawing. So if you see orange juice and it has like actual oranges printed on it, then it's pretty much concentrated juice. Like, it's actual oranges. But if you're only using not seasoning, sorry. If they're only using syrup or like processed flavorings, they're not allowed to put images of oranges on it, which was very interesting. They're also not allowed to misrepresent the size of the sweet on the packaging. So if they're going to put an image of the candy or the biscuit on the box, it has to be almost the exact size. Like, they can't make it look larger than it is. There's like really strict packaging rules here. I did not know that. But yeah, I was really surprised. Like, most of the things that I bought, they look exactly like they did on the packaging. It's like, oh, well, that is a pleasant surprise. I also think that's a thing here. I'm not too sure if it is. I have seen some pretty wild misrepresentations of foods on packaging. But yeah, they're really strict with those kinds of things. And it makes it easier. Like, whenever I want to drink something that's purely juice, I just go for whatever package has like all of the real fruits printed on it. Like my smoothie, the packaging is entirely just covered in real fruits because it's literally just fruits. It's literally just fruit. But you know that brand we discussed last time, like Natchan orange juice? Natchan orange juice does not have oranges printed on it. It just has a drawing of an orange with a face. If it has a drawing, it means that it's mostly only orange flavored. It doesn't actually have orange juice. Oreo ice cream cones? That sounds good. Why was it bad? I could go for an orange. Sorry, if orange is on the brain, I could go with an Oreo ice cream cone. I could do that. Give it to me. Oreo ice cream cone. I don't know if it's where I bought it from, but they didn't look like ice cream or were soggy. Ugh. Is it true that Japan uses real fruit slice pictures of the— Yes, that is exactly what we're talking about. Correct. That is it. If it has pictures of real fruits on it, then it's 100% real. They're not allowed to use those photos if you don't at least have like— I'm not sure if it's 100%, but I know it's like a really high percentage. If you only use flavorings, then you're only allowed to use like cartoons on it. Which is useful. Because I will not go through the trouble of reading the packaging. So I just I just look at the photos. What exactly are you attempting here? What do you mean? With the smoothies? I want a smoothie. It may be snowing outside, but your girlie's still gonna get a smoothie, honestly. Confused. I'm searching for luggage. There is luggage scattered all around the island that I'm supposed to find. And so far, I have found like 3. I am very bad at locating the luggage. But I also feel like it's because there's places that I haven't been to yet. Also, I definitely do not have as many ingredients as I should, so I do have to go hunting for that as well. Stuff. Man, when I was young, did you guys ever have that like phase where you wanted to either be a mermaid or like a fairy or something? I feel like I was definitely more fairy when I was younger, but the older I got, the more I wanted to be a mermaid. But I really loved Wings Club as a child, so I was definitely locked into fairy at one point. I like the underwater is the one that I haven't explored the most. Maybe they are just like around the floor and I just can't see them. Can you imagine if a Reaper Leviathan were to show? It's great. There was a Disney movie that made me not want to become a mermaid. Which was it? Was it like a Barbie? No, sorry. Barbie's not Disney. I said don't think so. Can you imagine I'm just here exploring the underwater and then a Reaper Leviathan shows up? This would be a very different game. The sudden ghost Leviathan. When you're just having fun in Hello Kitty Island Adventure and the ghost Leviathan shows up. Oh, you want it to be half ghost? I can make that happen. You want to be half ghost? I can make that happen. I can provide some assistance with that. You want to be half ghost? Quick, someone get me a cast iron pan. Someone get me a cast iron pan and do not ask what for. The Gargantuan Leviathan. When I first played Subnautica, the Sea Emperor. The Sea Emperor is the one that really, really got me. I was like, whoa, that's huge! I think that's part of why I was really, really disappointed with Below Zero. Because I don't really think that they understood what people liked so much about the exploration in the game. Because they really only added like a few Leviathans and they weren't all that strong, right? Like the one that was supposed to be the strongest one. Which one was it? I forgot the name. It was the one that looks like a centipede. Shoot, I forgot which one it was. But there was one that looks like a centipede. It was significantly weaker than a lot of the other Leviathans. And I think that was the only huge Leviathan that they added. Pretty much everything else was just pretty normal. They were just like normal enemies with no real threat. And they were only in like very, very specific biomes. So it doesn't really work all that much with like the exploring and then suddenly a Reaper Leviathan shows up. Like it wasn't as scary as the first game was. Hi Gio! Thanks for hydrate. Thank you for stopping by. We probably will be ending in just a bit though. Whew. I want to make sure I have enough time to get food today. Yeah, we're coming up in 3 hours anyway. Okay, hold on. Is any of this luggage yours? Any of this at all? Why do you keep cooking the... Is any of these yours? It's not yours. Okay, what about this one? Not yours either. Okay, got it. So this is probably someone on the surface. Alright. Oh, milk! Milk! Wait, milk! I'm having no problem at all finding stuff like milk and pineapples, but suddenly you want apples and they're just nowhere to be found. It's okay though, your girly will live. Your girly... Trash! Love those for me. I'm getting this also recycling mechanic I can open up, but that's probably going to be later. Dang, she found me. You can't hide from me, Jeremy. Come here, I have my cast iron pan. You want me to have ghost? I got you. I got you. Yeah, I think I can also grill coral here, but that's probably... That is probably a task for later. Okay, I think that's all I will do for today. I'm going to go check to see if there has been any snow out. Damn it, I thought I could climb this up. I'm going to go see if there's any snow outside, and I will also go get myself some food. I will also have to bathe, because I know I said a lot about bathing yesterday. But I actually didn't bathe. Your girly actually ran out of time to bathe. So, aha! Today, for sure, will be the day that I take a bath. Shower now. No, I don't want to, but I will. Oh, wow. I do have to. Okay, so sorry, but I will end this here. Next stream is going to be on Thursday. How are you feeling? I still have some hay fever. My throat is still kind of hurty, but other than that, it's pretty okay. But the throat is hurt. Oh, that's stinky. That's stinky. You need to bathe too. But yeah, I'm going to bathe. The next stream will be on Thursday. I'm sorry to do you guys dirty, but I think I will be doing Monster Hunter just cuz I don't know, I want to play a little bit more before I leave. I want to make sure that I can get through a good part of the story, I guess. I do want to get through a good part of the story on that one, so I will be doing that. Okay, have fun bathing. I probably won't, but I'll try my best. Okay, here are the raid messages. There we go. And let's go read. Brian rated us the other day. Let's go read her back. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you who are gonna sleep, good night. Have a good night. Those of you not, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Etc. Good night, Nebulite.